Yeah. Wait. Library. What is going on? Oh. Man, see what stupid shit. There we go. Y'all. See? Stupid shit. Yo. What's good, Blau? Ice T, what up? This motherfucker just call me Ice. Wait, nigga, what? You just call me Ice T? The fuck? Nigga, I know Ice T, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Cred. Don't forget, I still know your real name is Cred. Come on my channel talking shit, nigga. Cred. Who's Max Diaz? What up, Max? What's the word? The Today Show is sponsored by Modelo Negro, like me, Negro. I'm a red bone, but I'm still negro. Soy, como se dice? Boricua, morena. Sí, morena. Yeah. ¿Qué pasa? What up, Chris? Let me see. He don't look like Ice-T. He looks more like Slim from the Watch. Yo, what the fuck is this? Nigga, I do not look like Slim from the Watch. You know what nigga told me I look like for real? Niggas told me I look like DJ Pooh. What's his name? The nigga who got knocked out. Fucking people tell me this shit all the time, man. Fucking Red from fucking Friday. People tell me I like Red from Friday. Before I had the braids, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't see me with the braids, a lot of motherfuckers say I like Red from Friday. He was like, come on, man. You know, that's both our bike. You know, I used to think it was both our bike. Pops came in, I heard me tell you ass back for the bike. What up, Ivy? Kodex, yeah. Come on, man, it's like both our bike. Pops tripping. Yeah, right, that's the shit I said. Pops tripping. Joe, my nigga came through with some fucking blaze. Nigga, I'm fucking smoked out. You know what I'm saying? So, I know I did a show last night, and I don't really go on live too much, so I wanted to give y'all double dosage. Only because y'all really come on here too much. And I really ain't had shit to say tonight, man, so I was just gonna come on here and just answer some of y'all motherfucking questions and shit. If y'all had something y'all want to ask me, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I really ain't got shit to say. Y'all niggas tweaking in the comments, though. Fuck y'all niggas, man. I know I look like Red, nigga. I hate that shit. You know how many people told me that shit? Let it go, nigga. Yeah, I look like Red. It's fucked up. I hate this shit. People tell I like Ludacris, too, growing up. People tell I like Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? I used to hear that shit a lot. I do not look like fucking Ludacris. It was even more crazy. One time I heard Ludacris say some, he said some shit. He's like, nigga, all red, light-skinned niggas do not look alike, motherfucker. Like, what is y'all talking about? But what the fuck is y'all got going on, man? Let me see. What the fuck y'all got going on? Just trying to smoke this little duck, so I'm about to roll one. I gotta smoke a duck before I roll one. I don't know if y'all like me. I got like, but that's all. I smoked 2 blunts before I smoked 2 blunts. And then I smoked 2 more, some shit like that. So I gotta smoke 2 blunts before I smoke 2 blunts. And then I smoked 2 more. You know. So I'm on some shit like that. Got the fucking crown. What shit? So, what the fuck is y'all talking about? So, man, that's some shit I want to talk about, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't for everybody either, man. But like, if y'all trade stocks, man, y'all need to get on that shit right now, cause like, I can't even explain to you, man. Like, I did good today, Joe. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't trade stocks and you want to learn, hit me up, Joe. Cause hold on, I'm gonna show y'all something. I don't never do this, like. But like, is it like the way the industry moving right now? You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn to trade stocks, you know what I'm saying, and you follow a nigga lead, you see what I'm saying? I'll be more than happy to show you. Hold on, let me show you. I'm just gonna show y'all something real quick. Wait, right there. Can y'all see that shit? Hold on, let me go. I made like fucking like $800 today. Wait, hold on, wait, shit, my battery died. Oh, okay. You see that? On LK stock. Please do not go invest in LK. Whatever you do. But you can see I made $820 today, though. So like today was a good day. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, like I've been waiting to cash in on that motherfucker. Like LK is a fucking is a fraudulent stock. You know what I'm saying? So I've been you can short sell. You can make money when the market go down. Like if you're not short sell, if you got a margin account. So like a lot of times, sometimes I be bored. Like I just go find all the fraudulent stocks and then I go short them, and then you just ride them all the way to zero. It's more fucking complex than that. You see what I'm saying? But I don't want to bore y'all with a bunch of stock information. You see what I'm saying? Because I know that y'all ain't trying to hear that shit right now. But today was a good day for me under the stock market shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? If you interested, you know what I'm saying, you can email me, and then we could chop it up. Oh, okay, that's my Jehovah's Witness counsel or whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Advocate. He just texts me. But yeah, man. Let me see. Who we got? We got the whole crew up in this motherfucker. Let's see. Why I was binge watching your Cancerverse videos and the Water Sign videos. That's a good series to follow. You know what I'm saying? The Cancerverse series. You know what I'm saying? What's even more crazy, like, check out the Water Signs is Blameless series too. You know what I'm saying? If you like the child doing the Water Signs, because it was so crazy, man. Like I was sitting here, like when I was like last night, I had to go do the Cancerverse, and I thought I was on Cancerverse Volume 5, and I was like, did they delete one of my videos or something? I was like, I could have sworn I'm on Part 5, but it was like, no, I might be on Part 4. But it turned out, I thought the Jussie Smollett, because I did a video on Jussie Smollett. You know, it's just called, I think it was Water Signs of Blameless Part 3 or Part 4, was Jussie Smollett. You know what I'm saying? And I thought initially that was a Cancerverse video because he had cancer. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was in the Cancerverse series, but it actually turned out it's in the Water Signs of Blameless series. So make sure you check out the Water Signs of Blameless series because, like, I be going over there, that motherfucker too. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't, like, I watch my videos maybe one time. Like last night I did the video, and then when I be done, I cut it off, I roll up a blunt, and then I sit back and I watch the whole shit maybe like one time, and then like I usually don't watch. I don't sit around and watch my videos. You know what I'm saying? So matter of fact, let y'all in on a little secret. Very few people know. Y'all better not be in my comments saying this shit, but I'm gonna let y'all know on a secret because there ain't too many people watching right now. I got Virgo Moon, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ain't never said that shit on this channel. You know what I'm saying? I only said that shit on my Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers had to pay to actually get that information. Shit, but I got Virgo Moon. You know what I'm saying? This video probably gonna get taken down. You know what I'm saying? More likely, but you know what I'm saying? But if you ever say that shit in my comments, you will be fucking deleted off this fucking page. You know what I'm saying? So like, because I got that shit, a lot of times it's like I be fucking I be kind of tweaking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like looking at myself on the fucking video and shit. You know what I'm saying? I be overcritical of myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Plus I got Aquarius sun, so like with a Virgo moon, that is not a good fucking mix. You know what I'm saying? I be over tweaking. You know what I'm saying? You can imagine how that shit look. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times too, you think about the fact I be having lists and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times y'all see the list, but I got like a little notepad right here, so I be reading off the screen. You know what I'm saying? So like I have a whole list of shit. You know what I'm saying? That I be reading off of. That's why my videos look a certain way. So I be sitting there talking, but like you don't know, I got a whole list of shit I be sitting there reading off of. So like fucking Virgo moon, niggas. You get the Aquarius sun, you get the Virgo moon. I'm always talking about I got a list. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers, you know, put two and two together and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I would not invest in JCPenney. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the fuck said that in the comments. I think they just filed bankruptcy or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely not invest in JCPenney. That shit have you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't do that shit. Sag Sun, Sag Aquarius Rising. But yeah, that's a lot of aloof energy right there. You know what I'm saying? Don't get lost in your own aloofness. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to act a certain way, but don't get lost in that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a very dynamic combination that you got there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even crazy. My stepfather, same shit. He got Sagittarius Sun, Aquarius rising. Me and him clash a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then like he take a lot of my information. You know what I'm saying? He got Aquarius rising. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things I say, like he wants to be able to do a lot of shit that I do. You know what I'm saying? But it's fucked up, man. I be like, Joe, like he be so close yet so far, and then like, you know what I'm saying? And then like he wants to be able to like verbalize things like where I verbalize and come up with ideas and actually implement them. But then at the same time, like he don't want to do the deeper research. You know what I'm saying? To do the shit, it be all like a business front a lot of times. Like me and him, like he be trolling. I be feel like, man, what the fuck are you trolling me or something? Like, cause he'll ask me questions and it seems like, you know what I'm saying, it's going a certain way, and all of a sudden that sag sun will kick in, and then it'll just go a whole different fucking way. Like we end up arguing and shit. That's why a lot of times I can't fuck with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yeah, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that is a good combination if you could you know what I'm saying, get some type of earth placements like Sag Sun. Like you probably have a lot of people, like you probably really good socially. Like socially you probably fucking know how to work a room real good. You know what I'm saying? But like you probably need some earth placements to try to find some real meaning, you know what I'm saying, behind, the shit you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Cap. Do you know what's crazy, man? Cap. It's hard being. I was gonna do a whole video on this. I ain't even up doing it because I ain't have enough information, man. You know what I mean? It's so many fucking videos I want to do that I never did just because like I never found enough information to prove my point because I got fucking Virgo moon, so I be trying to fucking overdo it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel out. I be a perfectionist. But like if you a Cap or if you a Cap moon, especially born like on fucking I was gonna do a whole video series on just people born on Christmas Day and December 24th. Like if you born anywhere between like December 23rd, December 24th, December 25th, like these are some of the most fucked up people in the whole. I feel it's like they need mental counseling. Some of these motherfuckers, like who's born on that day. I can't explain to you. Like I can sit there and give you a whole list of motherfuckers right now who was born somewhere either on the 23rd, 24th, or 25th. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they be super extra religious, like rigid religious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like fucking just crazy. Like, somehow, some way, these motherfuckers need meds. So you be like, Joe, you need meds, nigga. Like, multiple types of meds. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I was so close to putting that video out. It's hard being a Cap, man, or having a Cap moon. And I be trying to figure out why. Because, like, in the decision-making process, I've been to logic. You know what I'm saying? But you be talking to a Cap, it be so much other shit. It's like they got the devil in them or something, man. Like, it's like, what's that shit? What's that nigga? I can't think of that nigga name. Pan? Is it Pan? Whatever. They got that shit bad. I didn't roll a blunt thing with that shit. It's fucking energy, Capricorn energy off me, man. That motherfuckers be tweaking, dude. It's hard being, mind you, like, any earth sign, man, it's hard being an earth sign. It's hard being an earth sign because, like, y'all be locked in, man. Like, I be like, fuck, bro. Like, fuck. That's why I got a whole video series called Earth Signs Are Obsolete, because it be like, in the age we living in right now, man, y'all be too locked in, man. Like, it be like, Joe, you tweaking, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of see it. It's hard being a Capricorn. It's hard being any Earth sign. But, like, a Capricorn, man, y'all motherfuckers, like, got issues, bro. Virgos got issues, too, man. Be on some extra shit. Like, I was just at a party the other day. I almost got into some motherfucking Virgo. Some super extra shit. I was like, bro, like, nigga, you don't get the fuck out of my face. Like, I had to stop. Yo, by the way, this show is sponsored by Blue Moon Exotic Kush. You know what I'm saying? Man, this the last of this shit. This the last of this. Fucking white boys got new marketing. Look, man, they got fucking weed. They come in shit like this now, nigga. I'm like, the fuck you? I'm like, nigga, look, purple Urkel. Look at this shit. Indica, purple Urkel. I'm like, nigga, I just want some weed. These motherfuckers be putting, I'm like, nigga, just give me some fucking weed, nigga. What does you do? You got cartoons on your fucking weed, nigga. But fucking, Yeah, man. You ain't checked out the whatchamacallit, Joe? Earth Signs Obsolete. You might want to check that shit out. That shit cold. That shit cold. Look at that shit. Ooh. Ooh. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner around this bitch. Let me see. Back it up. Back it up. Back. I'm trying to get the focus in, man. Fuck this fucking bullshit, man. You pay all this money for this shit, and it still be fucked up, dog. Fucking bullshit, dog. Alright, so hold on. What we got in the comments? Yeah, Cap Tuna. Cap Luna, right. Okay, wait, no. I don't know why it look like Cap Tuna. I know it's a Cap. I don't even, Sagittarius, sunrise. Okay, that's my Venus and Aquarius. Venus and Aquarius. Oh, shit. Damn. That's a wild ass place. Matter of fact, not to put my nigga on blast, I think my nigga Jay he got a Venus. Jay! Oh, let's see if we get Jay. I think Jay got Venus in Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? That's a wild ass Jay! That's a wild ass placement. To have Venus and shit. Let me see if I can get this nigga. I don't know, man. This nigga been living the life. Y'all you understand, man? Like, this shit like some reality show shit. So like Jay, I don't know if y'all know this shit, like, so Jay like this nigga to stand. I could do like a whole series of that shit alone. Y'all don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay been here for a minute. Y'all, I'm trying to say this shit without putting that nigga business out in the street. But Jay been staying in my crib, man, for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing a lot of research and just, you know, not just research. We've been making a lot of wild shit, you know, happen for him. And like, this nigga has literally been living the life. You know what I'm saying? Like the life. Like, I kind of wish I was that nigga. So I be looking at that nigga like, this nigga is literally living the life. You know what I'm saying? But it's probably why he ain't respond to me calling this nigga like 5 times. But he met me off this page. You know what I'm saying? Like, he reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit, and we got to talking through email. And you know what I'm saying? His whole life changed. You know what I'm saying? To the point. You know what I'm saying? You know, he ended up staying here. You know, it was supposed to be some temporary shit, but then it ended up. You know what I'm saying? We ended up going through a lot of just historic shit, man. Like, this is a wild. Life is wild, man. Like, life is like the times we living in. Like, you can literally do whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can meet whatever it is that you want to meet. And I don't know why the fuck Jay. I don't know why he got the reason he ain't responding to me right now is probably because he on the phone with a thick ass chick right now. Because he got Venus in Aquarius. Like, this nigga got all the way Venus in Aquarius. And like, I don't want to put this nigga business out there, but like, when you said Venus in Aquarius, I was hoping he would come down here, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know what I'm saying? Venus in Aquarius is like that shit like, it's like trying to fucking run away from somebody and hold their hand at the same time. Damn shit don't even make sense. Like, how the fuck you gonna run away from somebody and hold their hand at the same time? But that's what it's like having Venus in Aquarius. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I wish that nigga would come down here. So, man, wait, no. Hold on, I'm about to cut this shit off. Y'all, wait, this shit over, Joe. I gotta go get a blunt. I ain't got no more blunts? Oh, alright. I got one. Shit, now I was about to cut this whole shit. I was like, okay, sorry, party's over. Fucked up. I found the blunt. Alright. We good. Let me see what we talking about. Yeah, the baby born December 22nd. You kind of see what I was talking about. It's kind of close. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga always got some type of lawsuit or something going on. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Joe, you know what's even more crazy too, man? Like, I didn't dressed up like Urkel one time for fucking Halloween. Like, motherfuckers kept calling me Urkel so hard one year. I actually dressed up like that nigga. People used to tell me, you like Urkel? I was like, man, fuck you. And after a while, I was sitting around. Matter of fact, it was a year that nigga turned into Stefan Urkel. Like, I don't know if a lot of people don't remember this shit. Like, Urkel was a nerd, but then, like, one day, he got fly as hell. He started wearing suits and shit. You know what I'm saying? He changed his name to Stefan Urkel. And I thought that was the dopest, like, value. I'm kind of showing my age a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But at the time when that shit came out, nigga, I thought that shit was the coldest shit in the motherfucking world. And I wanted to be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I went through fucking identity crisis. I think I changed my name to some shit like K-Blao. K-Blao. Or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably threw some type of French twist on my name, whatever the fuck it was at the time. And, you know, but I wanted to be that nigga, Joe. At the time, that shit was crazy. Hell yeah. What should I do about Pluto in my chart? Pluto squares my sun, Venus, ascendant in the 4th house. Oh, no. Joe, wait, no, nigga, no. That's a bogus, Joe. I don't know. Joe, you on the wrong motherfucking channel. That's the best advice I can give you is get the fuck off this channel, nigga. Cause like, I ain't got no advice for you. You on the wrong motherfucking channel. Unsubscribe. That's the best advice I give your ass. Cause like, I shouldn't even be giving your ass advice. Cause like, that's a wild ass placement, Joe. Hold on, wait. You said Pluto in the, mind you, Pluto was just. Is Pluto still in fucking retrograde? Hold on. Let me see. Pluto was just in retrograde, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Is Pluto in retrograde? Pluto in retrograde. Let me see. It's time to face the shadow self. Are we still in retrograde? Let me see. Is Pluto in retrograde? I think we is. Yeah, all the way to October 4th. Right. Pluto in retrograde. So, you know, you got 4th house, if I'm not mistaken. Bro. Man, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Best thing I say is work on your motherfucking self, man. Like, stop being petty. You know what I'm saying? You ain't, like, the shit you complaining, that's, okay, I got some advice for you. The shit you complaining about ain't even no real shit, so. You know what I'm saying? You probably complain about some petty shit. You complain about some shit that ain't, you know what I'm saying, like, you should, where exactly where you should be counting your blessings, you probably just spoiled as hell and need to get over the petty shit, whatever the fuck it is you're talking about. That's the best advice I can give. Nah, yeah, I could be wrong. You see what I'm saying? But you still ask me though, so you know what I'm saying? I want to keep it real with your motherfucking name. I know that energy, you know what I'm saying? You going whatever you going through, it be certain shit that you be going through certain shit, it be one thing, and then certain other shit just be karma. Whatever you going through probably is your motherfucker. It's just karma. Like you ain't going through no fucked up time. You just going through your motherfucking karma. You know what I'm saying? And like you kind of know that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just hard for you to see that shit. So the best advice I can give you is probably unsubscribe to my motherfucker. You on the wrong motherfucking channel. Trust me. I promise you that much. You know what I'm saying? You might want to go subscribe to like, you know what I'm saying? What's that chick name, man? Fucking The Quietest Revolution. Amber Khan. You might want to go subscribe to Amber Khan's channel. You know what I'm saying? Because she go light on y'all on water sign. She always make y'all think it's the other motherfucker fault. You know, I don't even know if you're a water sign. I just know 4th house energy. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you probably looking for a blameless ass answer, I ain't gonna give you that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you probably want to like unsubscribe from my channel and go subscribe to fucking Amber Khan's channel, which is called The Quietest Revolution. She probably gonna give you a better reading and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that's facts. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm sitting there talking to y'all right now, Joe, I'm gonna fucking hold on, man. See, this is stupid shit. I ain't gonna say that shit. so all the way Smith shit just happens to be sitting there talking to y'all right now. I ain't gonna, it's always I ain't gonna even tell y'all that shit. Now y'all, I'm pretty lit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like so all the way Smith shit just happened to me. All right, so what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Leo dominant, Pluto Scorpio, Leo dominant. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Well, basically, yeah. Get off that petty shit, bro. Stop being petty. Stop being fucking petty. Hey, I'm gonna tell you too. If you're a fire sign, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a fire sign right now, you know, during this quarantine, all this type of shit going on, like, and you having like an identity crisis, you know what I'm saying? You need to say the fuck off the phone. Stop texting people. Like, if you a fire sign, like, stop texting people stupid shit right now. I'm just gonna say that because, like, I've been witnessing a lot of fire signs, like, if you, don't nobody feel sorry for your ass, basically. That's how you look stupid. You know what I'm saying? You might fuck around and get treated. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, like, just stop texting. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You're a fire sign, like, stop. Like, people it don't look good right now. Like, quarantine, shit like fire signs complaining during the quarantine is not a good look. Please stop doing that shit. Public service announcement, please. Stop doing that shit. It's not a good look. Aries, Sun, Taurus, Moon. Holy shit. Fucking J. Cannon, Aries, Sun, Taurus, Moon. I put this nigga business all over fucking it. It's fucked up. But it's true. This nigga Aries, Sun, Taurus, Moon. You know what I'm saying? And like, that nigga, he's like, he's a, what's the word I'm looking for? Trusting, very trusting person, almost too trusting. Kind of naively trusting. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't know if it's trusting or he just don't give a fuck. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you basically, like, you know what I'm saying, know thyself. If that's the best advice I can give your motherfucking ass. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're, like, this is a very curious person. You know what I'm saying? Curious. You know what I'm saying? And kind of led by the curiosity killed the cat. You know what I'm saying? That's you the motherfucking cat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, make sure you fucking let that Taurus moon lead you in the right direction and find some type of foundation and stability about yourself, because that Aries sun is definitely got your ass. It's, man, that's like some, man, like, you know what I'm saying? One thing I noticed, you know what I'm saying, about that is that if you with the wrong people, you definitely gonna be led the wrong way. You kind of like, man, I was just watching, I can't think of the word. I was watching this lawyer. He was describing the people that was in New Orleans. And they was talking about how New Orleans was, you know what I'm saying? And he basically used a word that basically meant, I don't even remember what the word was. That's kind of a word I wish I could use right now, but I can't. But he basically said he was kind of fucking easily swayed. You know what I'm saying? And like, I can kind of see that, like how Aries sun, you know what I'm saying? That's probably why you listening to the words coming out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, motherfucker easily swayed. You know what I'm saying? So like, make sure, I don't know what other placements you got, but hopefully you got some other earth placements that, like, you know what I'm saying, that somewhere earth and air placements, you know what I'm saying, that not only ground you, but also give you a lot more self-awareness and able to communicate the fact, you know what I'm saying, that that people try to play you. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it's like. Y'all get played a lot by the wrong people. And it's like, y'all just be curious and just go, okay, what the fuck is going on? But it's like, I can kind of see how y'all could totally get taken advantage of by the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, it's like New Orleans. Like, you think about the motherfuckers in New Orleans, it's like they just kind of, it's like, they kind of trust, they don't have no choice but to trust type shit. And it's like 9 times out of 10 people, what the fuck happened to people like that? They get taken advantage of all the time. You know what I'm saying? Gullible. Yeah, that's a good word. That is true, right? I wouldn't say gullible though, because that's not true. It's like, I think like Pisces is more like gullible. I think they're just more curious. There's a fine line between like curious and gullible. You know what I'm saying? Because like, gullible is just kind of like stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say stupid either, but it's just like naive. You know what I'm saying? Aries motherfuckers is not gullible. They just kind of like, they don't. It's a fine line between a motherfucker don't give a fuck and a motherfucker that's like, that's easily swayed. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily gullible though. Just easily swayed. I hope that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to start paying me for this shit. Mars and Mercury, Taurus conjunct. Oh shit! No. Mars and Mercury, Taurus conjunct. I don't know who the fuck. Man, I don't know. It depend on your son too, but like, I don't know who the fuck you dating, but like, they probably hate your ass. Like, you probably could be doing a lot more than your potential. Like, that's a motherfucker with a lot of, no matter what your son is, like, you gonna see him real grounded in potential, but then like your execution probably is terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, when you finally do execute, it's gonna be on point. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what it is that you see. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to, man, like you like, it's one thing to a person to want to have your way all the time versus somebody who actually see a reason to have. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's not that I just want my way. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, there's a reason why I'm telling you I want my way. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of times you could be right, but So I'm saying, just the way that you, man, I had to learn this shit, Joe. It's like the way, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, I didn't heard this shit over 1,000 times in my life. And like, I still struggle with that shit. That's why I really shouldn't be the motherfucker to even give you that advice. But it's like, that's some shit you need to kind of learn. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? And like, whoever it is that you got in your head that you studying, you know what I'm saying? You not that person. You your own person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Know what you mean and mean what you say. But at the same time, like, I hope you got some air placements. You know what I'm saying? I hope you got some, like, man, I hope you got some air placements. You know what I'm saying? If you got some air placements, you probably good. But, like, you ain't got no air placements, you ain't got no water placements. That shit, a lot of shit you do, you know, talking about karma, like, that shit could totally fucking backfire you. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Real shit. That's a wild ass combo. You know what I'm saying? That's a wild ass combo. Aries, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Pisces rising. Pisces rise. Oh shit, man. I don't know. You know how you make decisions, but I hope you got some good people around you. You know what I'm saying? That like you need to surround yourself around the right people. Like, you need to surround, like shit. Like I hope you are around the right people. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that much. Gemini, Sun, and Venus. Gemini, Sun, and Venus. Shit, I don't know how old you is, but like, you know what I'm saying? That sounds like somebody gonna have a lot of baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like somebody might have a lot of baby mamas. Or like, just like women in general. Like, this motherfucker like women. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's that song? I don't want to be a player no more. I'm not a player. I just fucking lie. That's probably like your motherfucking life, man. Like that Big Pun had a song with Joe back in the day. It was called "I'm Not a Player, I Just Fucking Lie." That's like, that should be the name of your motherfucking movie. Leo Rising, yeah. I ain't a player, I just fucking lie. A lot of people I really like to be around you. You're probably really good socialite. Probably really good socialite. You know what I'm saying? I hope you got some earth placements. So you don't, you know what I'm saying, be kind of outdrift too much with the fucking, with the, whatchamacallit, with the air placements. Because that shit I had your ass drifting like a motherfucking piece of trash from that shit. Like, Geminis is like horrors, man. And like, mind you, the more and more I've been discovering the fucking business aspect too. Like, I've been seeing a more horror aspect of that. Like it's this one nigga. Like, I just started trolling. I just started, you know what I'm saying? I started really acting really jumped. Damn, that weed is fucking, oh shit. That was like 2 different types of weed. That was crazy. But like, I've been really embracing the troll aspect of Gemini. Like, watching Donald Trump on that motherfucking podium, the way he be dealing with the reporters and shit. Like, I can kind of see, like, he a troll, but at the same time, he kind of resides on the fact that he know how to say the right shit at the right time. Like, he has a good vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? So, because most people don't have a good vocabulary, and he understands that he probably went through a large portion of his session, of his life, and realized, man, like, most people is fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? I got all this fucking vocabulary, and most motherfuckers are stupid. They don't know how to talk shit. So, like, he started depending on his wits and just kind of trolling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of being mad all the time or, like, picking on people and picking fights, like, motherfuckers just started trolling. Like, this is Gemini shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, I started embracing that, especially, like, in businesses, because that's what I realized, like, in business, like, motherfuckers can't do shit. Like, that's what Trump really realized. It's like, Joe, if you know you a genius, you know what I'm saying, or you know you got a huge access to vocabulary and being able to, you know what I'm saying, and you know you can spit that shit, you know what I'm saying, and at the same time, like, you don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying, and you know business is kind of designed in a way where, like, Joe, you set yourself up for business, so you got to pick either yes or no answer. You can start arbitrarily, like, doing, like, arbitrarily sales, like, rogue salesmen and shit, like, motherfuckers who come in and like force you to buy shit you don't even want, like motherfuckers, like, I used to sell Kirby vacuums I used to sell vacuums, like, for a portion of my life. You used to have to go knock on the door and sell, like, this fucking $1,000 vacuum, like, fuck, $1,500 vacuum. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you had certain salesmen that was just cutthroat, and, like, they didn't give a fuck. Like, if they got in your house, it was over. Like, they was gonna force you to buy that shit. Like they was not leaving until you bought that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't give a fuck. They would sit there for hours with you and just keep walking. Oh, it's not that. They're like, no, I don't want it. You're like, oh, no, you want it. It's just you can't afford it. But if you could afford it, I can get you the right numbers, and then we can get you to the house. We're going to get this in your house. Don't even worry about it. You're like, well, I just told you I don't even want it. Like, what do you mean you don't want it? Didn't you see what it does? It can clean this. Like they had every strategy to store. And they would sit there for hours and just keep doing that to you until you just say, man, fuck it. Okay, sign me up and just do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I started to notice that, like, under the Gemini act, like, Gemini it's like behind closed doors, like, they kind of got a troll moving, like, like, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. Like, this is business. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I started to realize that shit, but it's the same aspect when you talk about in Venus or you talk about in love situations, that don't work good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you trying to negotiate a love situation like it's a business deal, and it seemed cool to somebody who first when they get drawn in, but like once you've been with this person for fucking a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they still talking like this, like that shit get old quick as hell. So you start to see like, yo, like, no, nigga, like yeah, you can go get another chick, you or spouse, you know, if you're a girl, yeah, you can go get somebody else if you really wanted to, but do you really know how to nurture a relationship? Like, you feel what I'm saying? That's what I started to, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the same shit you appreciate about a Gemini, about the fact that they can like arbitrarily, you know, trump a situation. You put them in a Venus situation, and you start to see like you know, yeah, okay, you can be right, but can you nurture? You know what I'm saying? Can you stay with this person? Can you nurture this relationship? Can you know what I'm saying, grow a situation where, like, okay, you feel you smarter than this person, or you feel like you see things they don't see, or you feel like you can out talk this person, but so you with this person. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it's like with your kids, like you can't wake up and tell your kids, oh, you know what, I'm gonna take a couple of days off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna see y'all next week. Cause I got some shit I gotta go handle some business. So like if you a parent, you know, you a single parent, you look at your kid like, you know, I'm gonna take about 2. Mind you, some people do this shit and they be Gemini. They look right at their kids like, you know, I'm gonna take a couple weeks off. And I'm tired of this shit. I just need some time off. Gotta get my head right. And you know, we'll mind you, the 5-year-old, 6-year-old looking at you like what the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But like this how Geminis be in a relationship. Like they approach it like that. It's like you don't take no time off with your kids. It's like the same shit relationship. You gotta everyday nurture that shit and start developing your vocabulary toward, you know what I'm saying, better in a relationship. But like Geminis do the total opposite. They be trying to find vocabulary to totally make their fucking spouse look like fucking idiots. So like if you got that shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got that shit. So you might want to work on it. Yeah, I already talk about Cap Moon. Cap Moon sucks. Cap Moon really sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's hard being a Cap. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard being a Cap. You know what I'm saying? Cap placements is like, you know what I'm saying? But then the Cap Moon is good too at the same time if you know what I'm saying, if you in the right situation, you know what I'm saying? Like if you could build an empire. You know, but at the same time, like focus on the wrong shit. That's the beauty of shit with Capricorn. Motherfuckers focus on the wrong shit. That should be all earth signs. Like just stop focusing on the wrong shit. Focus on the right shit, you good to go. Focus on the wrong shit, it's a wrap. All the way. All the way. Lilith and Aquarius. Holy shit. That's all the way crazy. Man, you got a lot of wild shit going on, bro. You got a lot of wild shit going on. Oh yeah, hold on, people sending me shit. I'm sitting there talking to y'all. People sending me shit. Am I in January or Aquarius February? Am I in January or Aquarius February? I mean, am I January or Aquarius February? Look at that. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Yo, I don't know if y'all know, Joe, I got dyslexia. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, I had this straight dyslexia. You know what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes when y'all hear me say shit, I be feeling sorry for motherfuckers who follow me sometimes. I be like, damn, this must be hard following me. Because, like, I'll say some shit. Like, I'll go back and watch a video, and I'll say some shit like it's straight facts. And then it'll be fucked up because, like, I'm sitting there smoking and drinking. And you gotta say I got dyslexia, too. So, like, certain shit come out a certain way. And, like, I'll go back and listen. I'll be like, damn, I said that shit totally wrong. But then, like, 3 seconds later, I say that shit totally right. And I be like, what the fuck? Like, I be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you all gotta forgive me, man, because, like, sometimes, like, the thoughts get twisted, like, in my head, man. And, like, I be trying to, like, you know, talk and entertain and be witty all at the same fucking time. It be like, you know, certain shit get scrambled. You know what I'm saying? So, just like what the fuck I just said right now, that shit was totally fucking, like, scrambled. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to answer your motherfucking question, you know what I'm saying? I am a February Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? My birthday is in February. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a January Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Most of the motherfuckers I met that was like January Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? They was like fucking like cutthroat as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm not an Aquarius. I'm not a January Aquarius. I'm a February Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? And true. I also know too, like same shit like Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Like certain Pisces, like the February Pisces, be different from the March Pisces. You know what I'm saying? That's another one that's like very clear, like where you see the difference between. I tell you too, like the cancers, like the June cancers versus the July cancers, they totally different too. They way different. You know what I'm saying? Like the cancers is more closer to the Gemini, is way more easier, like more reasonable than like the ones that's like further toward the Leo side, man. Like they just like you be like shit. Like my sister, man, she born more toward the fucking Leo. She a Cancer born more toward Leo, and like me and her ain't never got along. Even as a matter of fact, I tell you some crazy shit. You know, she's so crazy. Look at it. You see this finger, right? Now you see this finger, right? See how that one smashed? It's kind of fucked up. My sister did this shit to me when I was a shorty. You probably can't really see it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's fucked up. Like she literally crushed my goddamn finger. You know what I'm saying? That shit happened to me when I was maybe like fucking like 5, 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting on the stairs having a good time. You know what I'm saying? She came walking up the stairs and she said, boom, and stepped on my foot hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, in the back of my mind, I kind of felt like I was like, man, she did that shit. Ain't no way in hell she did that shit on accident. Like, but me and my sister never got along. You know what I'm saying? We used to always fight all the time. She used to lock me in the fucking closet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like fucking 6, 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? And like, I know, like, a lot of the shit I do, I was kind of a bastard growing up, but like everything I did was on principle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an Aquarius. Like, we don't, like, everything I did was just on fucking principle. Like, yeah, I was fucking annoying, but like, at the same time, it was like, I was reasonable. I was always fucking reasonable. So I'm saying, my sister used to fucking pick up me all the time, man, and like, she used to throw me in the closet, she used to beat the shit out of me. One day I was sitting on the motherfucking stairs, and she was just walking up the stairs, and she was accidentally fucking stepped on my goddamn finger and crushed that shit, nigga. She split the whole nail. Like, my whole nail was fucked up, nigga. I couldn't even move my fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? And like, and you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. So like, you know, even growing up, like looking at cancers, you know what I'm saying? I always had like a certain aspect of like looking at them a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And then, but like as I did, I started to notice as I grew older that like ones that was more like under the Gemini act. You know what I'm saying? Like even my wifey, she more closer toward a Gemini than a Leo. You know what I'm saying? So like me and her get along. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, way more kind of under the Gemini Aquarius shit, more so than under the Cancer Gemini shit. Cause between me and y'all, you know what I'm saying? Her birthday is literally on the 23rd. It's the first day. You know what I'm saying? So on one hand, she got, I think it's like 0, maybe 1 degree Cancer. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then the other shit, you know what I'm saying? She lean right, it's more, you know what I'm saying, Gemini traits. You know what I'm saying? So like me and her get along more so than the air aspect, more so than the water aspect. You know what I'm saying? But me, that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the content that you get on this page comes from real life experiences between me, you know, figuring out the difference between the different types of Cancers, the different types of Pisces, the different types of Scorpios. Like even like the I know it's one thing, like the Scorpios born in the first week of fucking November. They got like super Scorpio traits. Like as far as like when they growing up and they hit that age, like between 18, 21 years old, like they early 20s and shit like that, like they be into the hoeing and shit, or like prostitution, or even making money from sex and shit like that, or like just sexual fucking like predatorial shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like them ones who like at first like they into going out to the club and seducing people and like fucking them and like fucking up their life and shit like this. Like they be on that shit, finding people and just fucking with them and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so like, but then like you look at a situation like a Scorpios that's born like that first, that last week of October, like, you know what I'm saying, like October 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, like they a whole different breed of Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it'd be different. You know what I'm saying, depending on, which which month you born in, what it is. That makes it, that's a good question. I don't know who asked that shit, you know what I'm saying, but that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? Cred asked that shit. Cred. Sun in 10th house. Gemini as a Leo rising. Sun in 10th house. Oh, y'all got me right. Okay. Alright. Gemini as a Leo rising. Didn't I just do that shit? Didn't I just do that? I just did that shit. Yeah, Max Diaz. Yeah, I did that shit. Right. I just did that shit. First week born Aries. First week born Aries. First week born Aries. You know, fuck. Girl crazy, boy crazy. Every motherfucker I met during that first week, they was like, every girl I met during that week was boy crazy. Every boy I met during that week was girl crazy. And they was just going off the opposite sex. Listen, it was fucking brilliant too, like very smart. But at the same time they was just fucking like lust, like I don't say lustful, but like maybe that was just me. You know what I'm saying? But like they was like just in the showing out for the opposite sex, basically. You know what I'm saying? What's our paper for that week? It's over for super religious too. I bet a lot of people religious. Like was born that first week of Aries season of March 21st, 23rd. Like I know Mr. Rogers, you're a Pisces. He born on the 20th, you know what I'm saying? Like you got like Harvey Weinstein born on the 19th of March. So like that energy be kind of coming, man, like I say all the time. It's a fine line between Harvey Weinstein and Mr. Rogers. And Harvey Weinstein born on the 19th, Mr. Rogers born on the 20th. Fine line between Harvey Weinstein and Mr. Rogers. And that like that shit could have went left and right. So as you start to approach March 21st, March 22nd, March 23rd, it'd be kind of that same shit. Like, Joe, this could go super religious or this could go super lustful. You know what I'm saying? Like that conundrum starts literally right there, like on the 19th. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the 19th, like right there at the end of the Pisces shit, right there, it starts to twist over to the Aries shit. You start to get that, like the end of that boy crazy, slightly religious. Man, mind you, I shouldn't even tell y'all this shit. Shit kind of fucked up. But like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was at a motherfucking. I happened to fall into fucking party with some fucking ratchet assholes. Nigga, these hoes ratchet as hell. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pass a dialogue because, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers don't be kind. I be trolling, you know what I'm saying? I was just telling you, I be trolling on the Gemini act. I told these motherfuckers I was a male stripper, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But I told them, I was like, yeah, I'm a stripper, I'm a male stripper. I'm sitting there with a motherfucker, I got a joy and prayer group shirt on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm a male stripper, but I'm a Jehovah's Witness too. So, yeah, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm a stripper, but I'm a Jehovah's Witness. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm trolling. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only saying that to say the same shit I'm trying to tell you. So fine line between Harvey Weinstein and Mr. Rogers, nigga. And then like, they kind of understood it too. They was like, wait a minute. They were like, you can't be doing that shit. I was like, hey, well, it's 2020. Shit, people do that. You got people that super religious and they freaks at the same time. It was like, you know what? You right. I was like, well, these bitches fucking retarded. You know what I'm saying? But like, I could sit here and tell y'all all type of crazy shit that I done been through. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I understand that, that dynamic right there, that first week of Aries is like, I think I said that shit on my videos. I mean, what type of, how this movie gonna go? Man, I think like the dude that shot up Las Vegas, I think his birthday is April 9th. I mean, it might be April 9th. The dude that did the shooting in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at his shit, it's like, okay, like, at some point, these motherfuckers make a decision, okay, how you want this movie to go? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's gonna be one extreme or the other type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how the Aries shit goes. It's gonna be one extreme or the other. That makes sense. Oh man, what they cutting me off? I getting cut off. What the fuck? I getting cut off. What the fuck? Yeah, I guess so. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Okay. I don't even know if I'm live at this point because shit is spinning. What is this? A show about nothing is fucked up. Good thing the show is about nothing. I don't even know if y'all can see me right now. If y'all can see me, I appreciate y'all say something in the comments because I don't know what the fuck going on. Because from my end, it look like this shit is like over. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. Alright. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's a sign. They got me looking like Nelly in a ludicrous battle. I don't know what the fuck going on. Man, what the fuck they got me looking like Teddy Riley in a fucking battle, nigga. This shit bogus. I don't know. Fuck my life. Y'all can still see me. Okay, cool. I don't know. From this end, it looks like it's fucked up. But I don't know, man. Where the fuck? I wish I knew where y'all was from, man. Like, sometimes, like, y'all should email me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all got my email, but y'all should email me, K-Blao@hotmail.com. You know what I'm saying? It's KUNGBLAO@hotmail.com. Y'all should email me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, I be having all type of shit I be wanting to give away. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't know how the fuck to do it on my channel. You know what I'm saying? But, like, motherfuckers who hit me up on email, you know what I'm saying? They know I respond to my email for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Shoot me an email. You know what I'm saying? Because I be having hella shit. I be having like fucking access to fucking all type of accounts, like title accounts, fucking Comcast accounts. No fucking Aquarius, they don't crazy. Fucking TD Ameritrade, PayPal, like all type of shit. You know? All type of shit. I see, you know, I do the fucking readings and all. I don't do the reading. I really don't do the reading. You know what I'm saying? I be on some real shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be like, man, go over here to this motherfucker. They do the reading. You know what I'm saying? I try not to do that shit. You know, they ain't never really been my style. Y'all kind of know that. Like, even with the tarot cards and all that shit. Like, I know all that shit what it mean, but I ain't never sit there and been type to give reading. Like, no. So. And another thing, too, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with the astrology shit, you know what I'm saying? Outside of the tarot card reading, you know what I'm saying? I don't really do that shit either. Like, I don't really try to be giving astrology readings. Cause, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though most of the shit that come through this channel be me expressing, like, the lower traits of people. Like, the shit I see. I'm in Hood X. This shit say Hood X. I'm in Hood X. I'm in fucking Chicago, on the south side of Chicago, west side of Chicago. So, I'm not, when I see astrology traits kick in, this ain't, like, that's what we trying to tell motherfuckers all the time. This is not an astrology channel. You know what I'm saying? This is me, like, sending warnings out to motherfuckers who had, like, extreme traits, you know what I'm saying, in their zodiac. You know what I'm saying? And not just in their zodiac, but other departments that they like too. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've never like been the type to like, you know what I'm saying? Even what are we doing tonight? Like, I'm going through y'all comments and shit and trying to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give y'all some, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, that ain't never really been what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? That ain't never, you know what I'm saying? I be on some shit like trying to stop motherfuckers from fucking up their life due to the simple fact of their zodiac. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really my shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I hope that make more sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't on no Miss Cleo shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Miss Cleo. You know? I'm motherfucking, they go on the south side of Chicago. Matter of fact, hold on, let me do like this. Damn, that's an hour that quick? Yeah, okay. So, we got like 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna finish this bill. But I'm surprised that was an hour. That was quick as fuck. That was quick as fuck. I had a fucking I had a dream. I had a fucking dream. You know I ain't gonna tell y'all that shit. How do I research the signs for the hate series? Depending on which video. Every video is kind of different, but there's a strange way I go through shit. Like when I first started this channel, the way I went about getting that content was totally different than the way I go about getting it now. Even though there's certain things that are the same. If you go back and watch like a lot of my videos, you know what I'm saying? Like you see me, I pull out books. I got books. Secret Language of Birthdays. There's one book by Gary Goldsmith. I think his name Gary Goldshire or Gary Goldsmith, something like that. Secret Language of Birthdays, Secret Language of Destiny, Secret Language of Relationship. Those are the 3 books that really got me started into astrology and tarot. Because it was personology. It wasn't astrology. It was like that's what turned me on more than anything. And that the way he explained what he do is that it was done by the specific day of the birthday. So like they had researched like hundreds and hundreds of people that was born on that specific day. So not only was you getting an aspect of the astrology and the zodiac, you know, but you was also getting personology, which is like specifically to like it gives you a whole list of people that's born specifically on that day, and as you turn every page, you're looking at like maybe like 20, 30 people that was born on that day, and you start to look at their life decisions and stuff like that. You start to see the pattern. So like that was huge for me. Like that whole series, the Secret Language of Birthday, the Secret Language series was major for me in learning. You know what I'm saying? So then like as I started to get past that, I started to, you know, a lot of my first research would be on that. But then I had a whole bunch of books. I still got them upstairs. Like, it was called, like, I just started studying dark astrology. Like, it was like, I had a book called, like, Nasty Astrology. Then I had one called Dark Astrology. Then I had one called fucking, Born on a Bad Day, some shit like that. How to Spot a Bastard by His Sign. I think was another one. Like, these was the first couple books I started reading because, you know, my brother's a Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Growing up with him, like, I was very confused on why the fuck he did half the shit he did. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, when I started studying the signs and, like, when I first got that book, Secret Language of Birthdays, I remember, like, when I read the shit I read about my brother, it made me realize that, like, I was like, man, okay, like, either I don't even know how to explain that shit. Like, I was like, man, okay, I didn't understand him. That's where I was like, man, okay, nobody understands him. So I understand him. Like, it gave me a lot of clarity. So he gave me understanding. But then I started to think that, like, me, I'm a Aquarius, said, okay, once you get understanding, if you can explain this shit to him, then it's going to change their fucking way of viewing things. But that whole shit backfired because motherfuckers looking at you like you talking shit. Motherfuckers looking at you like, who the fuck are you to talk about my life and look what the fuck you do and all that. That's what I started to say. I was like, wait, you don't even like that. Nigga, did you see what the fuck this book say? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I went through that for a while. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I really started to get upset with Pisces. That's what made that first video come out. So, like, that book is what made me start. Like, when I went through that experience, you know what I'm saying, where, like, I started to try to show people that was in this book. Like, I started to show people, like, yo, do you see what they say about you? Like, I saw that book literally like a time travel device. I can't even explain that shit. But it was like, because, like, the shit I read about myself, it made me realize that, like, you can change. And, like, you could literally go through any page in this book and become anybody in this book. It was like you can pick and choose now. It was like, okay, like, I have Aquarius traits, but if I want to be a Sag for a day, I can be a Sag. If I want to be a fucking Capricorn for a day, I can be a Capricorn. If I want to be a fucking Virgo for a day, I can be a fucking Virgo. So it's like, okay, if I show this to anybody, they gonna see it the same way I see it. And that was a terrible experience. So once I started to go through that experience, that made me start to dig deeper into the negative traits. You know what I'm saying? Because I was showing it to so many people and I was constantly getting a negative response, it made me want to understand negative traits more. So that's when I went and got all them other books. Born on a Bad Day. You go through my old videos, you see I pulled them out a couple times and put them on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So that led me to start subscribing to, like, I started looking it up online. That's when I found Alyssa Sharp. I found like the traditional, the usual suspects of the negative Zodiac series and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck, like Alyssa Sharp, fucking I found Dolo the Pilot Man. You know what I'm saying? I found fucking the Peace Dealer. What's her name? I just said her name earlier. Amber Khan, Quietest Revolution. A lot of people I can't even think of right now. You know what I'm saying? They started to just, wow. What's that girl's name? It was the old videos, man. Like, maybe like 10 years ago, the people that's put out them videos on negative traits on the signs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I started to watch those videos and I started to just take notes. You know what I'm saying? And I started to just pick out the best, most intense, extreme traits that I had seen for myself. Like, nothing I didn't, like, I wouldn't just copy shit that was in it. Like, if I hadn't seen it for myself, that's one thing I've never said on this. Like, if I hadn't seen that shit for myself, like, the same reason why to this day I still don't have a video on why I hate Leos, why I hate, who else I got a video on? I got a video on why I hate Leos. I got a video on why I hate Taurus. I don't have a video on why I hate, who else? Fucking, it's a couple of them. Just can't think of them right now. I don't have a video on why I hate Aquarius. I don't have a video on why I hate Libras. Because, like, I'm not just going through books, copying information I'm putting on it. It's like, I got to kind of see that. I got to kind of go through that experience and see it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it takes so long for the video to come out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not just going to go copy a bunch of shit and put it on the screen. It's like, I got to go through, I got to kind of put myself, it's like me, I go on a journey a lot of times before I put these videos out. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I'll think really hard and try to find those experiences. That's why, like to this day, like when I put out the Why I Hate Aries video, like I really didn't like that video. Some people told me it was good. Some people told me it was fucking terrible. But, like, it wasn't like I don't like it felt like it was forced. Like when I put that video out, it felt like it was forced. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the same reason why, like, I don't force a video. So, like, if the information ain't there, I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't just be doing them videos. Like, them videos be me literally, like, going through some fucked up experiences that, like, I'm trying to stop other people that, like, from going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Watching from Miami, damn, I was in Miami about a year ago. I was supposed to go to Miami again this year. I ain't fucking go, man. But, yeah, Miami is cool. I hope y'all don't fucking catch fucking coronavirus, man. Fucking that shit blatant in Miami. I think I heard Miami was bogus. They was opening up fucking stores and shit. Motherfuckers doing all type of shit that they ain't had no fucking business doing, man. Like, I think one dude opened up his club or some shit. So stay away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? You on this page, you obviously got some common sense anyway, so you'll be straight. You know, you ever seen Blood In, Blood Out? Yeah, I seen Blood In, Blood Out. That shit was decent. That's a classic. You ever see some other real shit? You'll see Blood and Bone, nigga, with fucking Michael J. White. You know what I'm saying? That shit was cold. Yeah, Blood In, Blood Out is a motherfucking classic. Rabina Rossman, yeah, that was another girl. She was another one that was on that same shit. She was on that same shit. She was another one. You know what I'm saying? That was, putting out that content back then. But that shit was, like I said, the way I went about that research back then it's kind of different now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I still kind of depend on them resources, I go, like, my research is crazy, man. Like, right now, fuck, I ain't even got that put upstairs. Fuck. I had a book I was going to show y'all. I ain't going to show y'all. But, like, right now, you see my grandmother, she working on a book. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing research for her. So, like, I know how to work Google. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you Google something and, like, you read an article and like, take pieces of that and go research other parts. Take that, research other parts. Like, what's her name? Diaz, I think her name was on fucking Criminal Minds. Fucking girl with the glass. Like the way she knew how to go and research shit, she was really good at that. I used to watch, like, I watched a lot of Star Trek, too. Like, the way they interact with the computer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way motherfuckers on Star Trek interact with the computer, the way they ask questions and arrive to certain answers, some key shit a lot of people do not fucking understand. Like, mind you, this is way before they even had Siri or they even had fucking Cortana or any of that shit. Like, where the computer could talk to you. Like, they was doing that shit back in the 90s and the fucking 60s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Talking with the goddamn computer and, like, asking it certain questions and trying to arrive to certain answers depending on how you ask the question. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they would get the answers. But they still had to know how to ask the right questions to arrive at the right answer. And, like, that shit is major. Like, with me, like, that's always been something major. Because I know how to interact with Google. Like, you know what I'm saying? To, like, find hidden shit. Like, a lot of hidden shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a hacker per se. But, like, I just know how to work the Google algorithms really good. You know what I'm saying? To arrive to, like, hidden shit. Like even my channel alone, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I said this before on another, like, if you found my channel, like, you know how to work the algorithm. Like, I'm not in the front of YouTube. Like, I'm at least, like, fucking 5, 6, 7 layers of distortion deep into YouTube. Like, you're not just gonna find my fucking channel, you know what I'm saying, the first time you just go type in, what is the Sagittarius? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be in here clicking around, click, watching hella videos before before you find your way into my algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And my research is the same way. And that, like, I be clicking through shit. I be, you know, click, okay, line this up with this, put this here, you know. So, you know, the way I find my research is it's probably the same way you found my channel, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's probably why people like the way I break shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because I be right there with motherfucker. I be deeper into the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I hope that makes sense. I'm with a Scorpio female. SOS. Oh, shit. Yeah. Scorpio female can be difficult to be with sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's also depend on your sign. You know what I'm saying? If you a motherfucking, you know, if you're another water sign, you know, that's probably be your best benefit. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not, you know what I'm saying, best thing I suggest being with a Scorpio woman is, like, you know what I'm saying, is to, you know, have patience. You know what I'm saying? Patience. That's a bit, man. Hopefully she a good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully she got some, you know, a positive Scorpio woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have patience. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to be with somebody who know they right on principle, but just go about the wrong way of showing you. You know what I'm saying? And, like, that could be irritating as fuck. Like, so a lot of times Scorpio be right, but, like, they just be so focused on what they gonna do if it go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, yo, focus on the shit of making it go right. But it's like, it's kind of like a Virgo. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, you focus, like Scorpio women just kind of focus on the wrong shit. You be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta kind of have patience with that. You know what I'm saying? And, like, mind you, like, I don't want to say all women like this, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Most women are fucking used to just spilling their fucking negative emotions out and expecting guys to fucking be like winning and, oh, like, guys are not fucking women. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of times women don't understand that shit, especially Scorpio women. Like, you just go around just fucking saying a bunch of negative shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit can drain a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, men ain't women. We don't know how to absorb that shit the way women do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, she don't understand that. Like, so you gotta kind of look at it from a woman's perspective. Like, women are used to doing this shit all day and just having another woman be like, oh, are you okay, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta kind of, you know, look at it from that perspective. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Been dealing with a mean Capricorn for a while, too. Capricorn easy to work with, man, if you look at it, like I said, like a Gemini. Stop taking this shit so serious and start trolling that shit. Most shit can be solved with a $5 pizza from fucking Little Caesars, man. Most people don't look at shit like that. You can walk to fucking Little Caesars and get a $5 pizza. Tell them for to cut it in squares. And walk in anywhere, and whatever problem you had, nigga, the problem gonna be solved. Mind you, they gonna look at it like, oh, you bought Little Caesars. In about 10, 15 minutes, they gonna be smelling that shit, and be, man, fuck that shit, give me that shit. Cut it in squares, they be sitting there eating little cheese slices. Fucking $5 and whatever fucking little irritated shit you there, you be over. And we dealing with Capricorn or Earth sign, a lot of times I done learned that shit, man. It's like, man, just go get a little $5 pizza. You go get you some fucking juice or some fucking $5 6-pack of beer, you know what I'm saying, and just go sit down and eat some pizza and motherfucker get a motherfucker beer and it should be over with. The air signs is easy like that. Like a lot of times motherfuckers be giving motherfuckers too much credit. You know what I'm saying? Mentally. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Joe, they ain't even last time you motherfuckers be tweaking. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, learn how to solve problems. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to be reasonable too. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I had to learn. Like today, I was practicing being reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know you wrong, or if you knew you did some bogus shit, like learn how to just be reasonable, accept the shit. Like learn how to accept the bullshit that you done did. You know what I'm saying? That'll take you really far. Like instead of trying to figure out what's wrong with the next motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you worked in a bank and they wanted you to find all of the, you know, fake counterfeit money that came in. You know what I'm saying? Like like when all of the businesses at the end of the day cash in all their money, they take it to the bank and they deposit it to the bank. They take all of the money that's been deposited from all of the people from around the whole bank that whole day, and they put it on the pile. And they give it to you, and they say, okay, it's your job to go ahead and find all the fake money. So you're going through literally thousands and thousands of bills looking for fake bills. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, you're going to have to start developing an eye, you know what I'm saying, to start to spot, you know, real easily, like a fake bill between a real bill. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got to ask yourself, you know what I'm saying, are you going to learn how to spot a fake bill by studying fake bills? Or do you learn how to study how to find a fake bill by studying an authentic bill? And, like, you got to study an authentic bill. Like, you're not going to, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to get good at spotting fake bills by studying fake bills. You got to know, like, what a real bill look like. You got to study that shit. So I'm saying, so you want to focus on the right shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to focus on that. You want to focus on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you dealing with, you know what I'm saying, like Capricorn, Earth sign, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Keep that shit in mind. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Gemini girl just pulled back from me. I don't know what happened. Nigga, she a Gemini, nigga. That's what the fuck happened. It wasn't your girl. It was just your turn. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was a Gemini, trust me, she was never your girl in the first place. It was you fell into the motherfucking trap. You know what I'm saying? You know how motherfuckers say you was a good catch? Yeah, you was a good catch. She caught your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? You fell into that shit. You should have just kept it cool, smoked some weed in it, play some music, have a good time. But you probably fell in love and started controlling her ass, and then she made you think that you was in control, but you was never really in control. So I'm saying, and you had to learn that shit the hard way. And that's kind of what you're going through. She was never your girl. It was just your turn. So that's the best advice I can give you. I was doing everything right, seeing her cry, being with her emotionally. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's where you fucked up at, nigga. That's where you fucked up. I don't know. When's your birthday, bro? You sound like a water sign. I don't know. Like, Gemini women ain't on that, nigga. They just like to party. They like to fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like to, like, you know what I'm saying? Once you start involving yourself in their problems and shit like that, nigga, like, and you provide that foundation for them like that, and then you fuck that up, and they can't trust you no more, yeah, they gonna get the fuck away from you. Like, you gotta be dependable. You gotta be concrete. You gotta, like, you know, you don't even want to be in that position in the first place. That's the fuck I'm trying to tell you. You kind of fucked up. Like, you should have just kept it, like, how it was when y'all met. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if y'all fucked, like, within the first week of meeting. More than likely, I'm guessing, I don't know, I could be wrong, but, like, if y'all had sex with, like, in a short period of time, you probably should let that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? You probably should have left that shit right there. But you probably start tweaking a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing, like a lot of dudes fuck that, man, fuck up with that. Like, a lot of times, a guy can't know the difference between, like, a girl that just wants some dick, or if you should just be polite. Sometimes girls just want some dick. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you be over polite and you make a fool of your fucking self. And it's like, man, she don't even like you that much. But it's like you trying to over impress. I mean, you trying to impress to the point you over impress. Man, she just probably just wants some dick. A lot of air sign women is like that. And like a lot of water sign motherfuckers be fucking that up. It's like, Joe, she like you, man, but like she don't like you like that. She just wants some dick. You know what I'm saying? And it's like water sign motherfuckers can't get that through, like even certain like an earth sign motherfucker kind of get that through their head. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, even certain fire signs, they can't get that shit through their head. It's like, Joe, like, she will leave your ass. You just the the phone that came out this year. You just the computer that came out this year. You just the new shoe that came out this year. Like, it's like trendy. Like, so you just a haircut that was in style this season. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they'll fuck with you this season, but like no, they like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta say, like, they change, like, shit change up. You gotta change with the times with them. Listen to the songs that they listen to. Look at the movies they watching. You see what I'm saying? Be on point with the new media and the shit that's influencing their mind and making them go through these changes. Like Lisa Left Eye Lopez is the perfect Gemini woman. Like, you study her, you study the shit she went through, and like how at the end of her life she tried to change her whole life around. You see what I'm saying? But prior to that, she got into it with her own clique and shit like that. And like, she was like, look at the last couple of years of Lisa Left Eye Lopez's life, and see, like, she burnt down her boyfriend's house and all type of shit. It's like Gemini women be going through shit, and you looking at her like, oh, you smarter than her, you know some shit she don't know. It's like, no, nigga, you don't understand that degree, nigga. She going through some real shit. Like, you ain't hers, nigga. I mean, she ain't yours, nigga. It's just your turn. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, motherfuckers don't pay attention to the details a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you be focused on the wrong shit. You thinking that you doing her a bunch of favors and shit, and you trying to do this shit for her. It's like, nigga, it ain't got shit to do with that. You don't understand what the fuck she is. That's how it is. A lot of the air sign motherfuckers go through that. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta ask the right questions, pay attention to the right shit. Water signs don't do that shit, man. Water signs be so focused on what the fuck they done did and brought to the table, they don't even understand. Like, they don't, like, motherfuckers don't even fuck about none of that. Like, what the fuck, she just wanted some dick the whole time, nigga. All that time you was wasting your time making yourself look stupid. I see this shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? I see that shit a lot. Also, too, yeah, like even earth signs, you know what I'm saying? Like, earth sign, you know what I'm saying? Earth sign motherfuckers be kind of stagnant, and like, earth sign, like I say, man, they be kind of clunky in they fucking in their approach to life. A lot of earth sign men don't know that they be getting objectified. They fucking stupid. Like, earth sign men don't do good with women, and if they don't know that they being objectified, especially like Taurus men, certain Capricorn men. Virgo men be kind of will figure it out at some point in their life. Like, oh, wait a minute, I'm kind of fucking sexy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, won't let it go to their head type shit. But like, a lot of Taurus men never figure this shit out. Certain Capricorn men kind of figure this shit out, but then you get that fucking sugar daddy mentality. They kind of kick in. They kind of fuck up. It's like that yeah. Like, I would say yeah, but it's like that fucking, like, that daddy shit kick in. Like, they kind of, you know, it fucked the self-awareness up, you know what I'm saying, with the women. So, like, when you talking to a fucking an air woman, you know what I'm saying, you gotta know how to be light. Like it was a scene in, I get a perfect example. It was a scene, what's that movie, Coming to America. It was Coming to America when she was sitting out on the swings. They was outside. She was sitting on the swings. Fucking Eddie Murphy came outside. He sat down next to her. He had his hand up on the motherfucking, on the chain like this. He was sitting super stiff. And she was like, man, you gotta loosen up if you want to hang out with me. And then he kind of loosened up and let his arms hang over the swing like this. And he was like this. And she was like, yeah, like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to go watch that scene. You know what I'm saying? You need to go watch that shit. Because it's like Capricorn, Earth sign motherfuckers, y'all kind of be on some like Princess of the Moon and shit, when it's like, Joe, like, this chick, like, you gotta kind of slow down and like figure out what the fuck really going on. Like, she don't give a fuck about what the fuck you bring to the table. You gotta really understand the degree what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You can't take a Band-Aid and put that shit over a motherfucking leaking pipe, nigga. Like, this motherfucking leaking pipe. You know what I'm saying? You try to put a Band-Aid on that shit, it's like, nah, nigga, you gotta have the right tools to fix the right fucking hole, nigga. Like, so saying, you can't put no duct tape over a motherfucking leaking pipe, nigga. Like, you gotta really fix that shit for real. So I'm saying, I hope that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I read 48 Laws of Power. I wasn't impressed. You know what I'm saying? I got that shit. I wasn't really impressed by that shit. I read mind you, I read the other shit, Robert Greene. You know what I'm saying? I read 50th Law too with 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really impressed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit that I read, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be deep. I don't be impressed. By the principle, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the principles that was in 48 Laws of Power was like, it's like damn near Machiavelli. I understand like their definition of power, but like that's not my definition of power. Like you know what I'm saying? Most of the power that they was talking about in 48 Laws of Power was like manipulation. It was like some power for like water signs or like fire signs. That's not the type of power that like a lot of air sign motherfuckers be on. Like at least me, you know what I'm saying? That ain't the type of power I want. You know what I'm saying? Real power comes from like, you know what I'm saying, being at one with the collective. Being able to translate, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, man. Like I'd rather be loved than feared. Like I used to want to be feared. You know what I'm saying? But like I'd rather be truly loved for who I am than to try to use fear or intimidation to try to get power. Most of the power that was in that book, Robert Greene, one of them folks talking about, it was like intimidation power. When you look at the strength card in fucking tarot, you look at the woman putting her hand down the fucking lion's throat, and they describe that as strength. Go look at the number 8 card in tarot and look at strength. And you look and you try to figure out, okay, do that strength look like the strength or the power that they talk about in fucking $48 of power? Like, no, that is not the same. It's a certain tamingness, you know what I'm saying, that gets you a different type of power. Different type of power. You know what I'm saying? When you can watch the show Power, they come on fucking Stars with 50 Cent and Ghost, and he was a Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent was a Cancer, so you got the opposite access to that shit. Like, so that energy is a lustful energy. It's like a lust. It's a difference between like a lust for power versus like a cultivation of power. You know what I'm saying? Or like working on your inner traits for power. You know what I'm saying? So when I read $48 of Power, a lot of stuff I read in there was like, it was just like, it was a lot of wisdom in there. There was a lot of good things in it. It was a great book. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of wise ways of looking at things. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it was like, it missed out on a lot of the core principles that make long-term power. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. You know, but it was a good book. It was. Sub dude, been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Recommend any other books related to the concept of those books. What, $40 of power? Or like the astrology? Man, I got hella books. Oh shit, there was a book called Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't even recommend that book because that book don't go with that book. You know what I'm saying? I be on some different shit. So you don't read a book, read my book, bro. It's called Haru Special. It's HERU Special. Hood X. Like go to Google, type in Haru Special Hood X. You know what I'm saying? HERU, Haru Special Hood X. Read that shit. Man, you could read that whole book in like less than an hour. It ain't even. It's like 10 chapters. You can read each chapter in like fucking 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you a fast reader, 5 minutes per chapter, 10 chapters, you can read that shit like 45, 50 minutes, no longer than an hour, like an hour at the most. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's a good book to read. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't like $48 of power. But I don't read shit like that, bro. Like, be honest with you. Like, I wasn't impressed by that shit. I read shit that's like history. And in mind, it was a lot of history in $48 of power. You know what I'm saying? But like, it was kind of steered toward a certain perspective. Like, I read shit that's just like from, I don't want to say from a news. I'm kind of like an air sign, so it's like the news. Like when you watch the news, the way they report the news is neutral. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like that, even as an air sign. Like even when I give information out, I try to be like, I don't try to be biased toward nothing. Like I try to present it. So okay, well this is like, you hear my channel a lot of times say, well this is what they think, or this is what they think, or this is what they think. Like I don't never, you know what I'm saying? Like try to, you know what I'm saying? Be too biased toward one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying, with information, kind of the same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of thought that $48 of power was kind of like biased in a way. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'd be like, Joe, if I want to read the history, I just kind of need to read it and come to my own conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Of my own definition of power. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker told me a long time ago, he's like, Joe, the real power ain't in the money, the power's in the church. So when you read, you know what I'm saying, $48 of power, and you look about, you start thinking about the moral principles and the things like that in the church, it's a different type of power there. You know what I'm saying? So like, it didn't really satisfy that itch for me. So I said, with me understanding that, okay, the real power is in the church. Real power ain't in the money or, you know what I'm saying, politics and that shit. Real power is in the church. Them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So, like, not necessarily even the church, but, like, the understanding of being able to translate the stuff that you and me translate on this page. You know what I'm saying? That's the real power. The time without time. The thing is, it's timeless. Like, timelessness is more power to me than dealing with the mundane day-to-day things and the drama of people and you know what I'm saying? I be trying to figure out how to, you know what I'm saying, tap into the is, the was, and always will be. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's time traveling. This main theme of this, one of the main themes of this channel is time traveling. You know what I'm saying? Literally through fucking fifth, sixth dimensional portals, basically through choice and decision. You know what I'm saying? You literally shift your whole fucking life path. You know what I'm saying? Just by on the choices that you make. If you start to see that, you know what I'm saying, that there's more going on, the forces of nature than just you sitting there making choices. You know, so you start to see this shit every day. You start to see people controlled by their passions, their birth signs, and Zodiac choices and things they make. So by that same aspect, you start to look at time and the way time starts to fall onto people and force people in a certain direction. You can literally shift into a whole nother, you know, dimension of time and choice and decision. You know what I'm saying? You can fucking hit the lottery if you really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, that's what I'm sitting there right now. I'm sure that's correct. I don't even know if I can see this shit. I'm sitting right here for a fucking lottery sound. I don't think you see that. The fucking lottery. Mind you, like, my whole fucking basement set up like the lottery. Because I hit the fucking lottery. You know what I'm saying? A while ago. I probably shouldn't even did this shit. You know what I'm saying? But a while ago, nigga hit the lottery. You know what I'm saying? I got, like, y'all even know all this shit over here say lottery. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm not even, I can't even say that shit. I can't even say that. But, yeah, all Gemini would know do OnlyFans. Yeah, they be on that whole shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you need air signs, man. You need whole shit. Because motherfuckers be on some boring shit. Like, it's so good to find, like, you know what I'm saying, when you know, you young, or you know what I'm saying, or you be in the club and you find a chick that's with this shit. Like, what's that song? What's her name? Megan Thee Stallion. She got a song called Do It, Bitch. It's like, do it. It's like, do it, bitch. Or some shit. She's like, do it, bitch. Do it. Do it, bitch. Like an air sign bitch go do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you know what I'm saying? Like, it's when you be looking for a bitch like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you young and shit, you be in the club, you be hanging out, you be playing, you be like, you know, you be looking for a bitch that's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a Gemini chick, she'll do it. You know what I'm saying? She gonna do that shit. So, you know, that's why I was trying to say, like, she ain't yours, it's just your turn. You tweak a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You forgot that that's how she was when you met. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't do readings, man. I used to do that shit. I used to do that shit. I don't fuck with no readings. I'm not Miss Cleo. You know what's even more crazy, though? Tell y'all shit a lot of people don't know. I tell you a lot of people. Miss Cleo wasn't even real. A lot of people know that shit. You know what I'm saying? She was a Leo. You know what I'm saying? But her accent was fake. And a lot of people don't even know who Miss Cleo is. You'll see, I'll probably show my age a little bit. But, like, y'all might want to go look up Miss Cleo. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a wild-ass era just before the internet type shit. They had these 900 numbers. There's a lady named Miss Cleo. She had this fake Jamaican accent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know, like, she didn't even do the readings. Like, she just kind of came in and answered to a prompt. I don't even think she was a psychic. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I think she kind of knew a little bit, but, like, she was basically just coming in doing ads for that company. Like that wasn't even her business. Like, she worked for a whole company. They just hired her to come in and do the promos. Like, when you called up, you did not talk to Miss Cleo. You was talking to somebody who worked for the fucking psychic. I think it was like Psychic Friends Network and shit like that. So, like, you know what I'm saying? She was like an actress. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Like, they was basically licensing her image. So I'm saying, to the point where, like, even right now, like, you go get, like, on the PlayStation 2. Like, my son, he plays this shit to this day. So I'm saying, PlayStation 2 got a game called Celebrity Deathmatch. You know what I'm saying? And they got Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo is a character on it that you can pick her and fight. You know what I'm saying? She be all her moves, like every time we play it, like I play this shit with my son all the time. Celebrity Deathmatch for PlayStation 2. Go look this shit up. So I'm saying every time I play that shit, I pick Miss Cleo. So I'm saying she got these little moves, like go look this shit up, man. It's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like Miss Cleo in the fucking video game. And to this day, I still play that shit. Every time I play it, I pick Miss Cleo. You know what I'm saying? But I love Miss Cleo, man. And like when I read her story, you know what I'm saying? Like she really kind of, she like a like the Hulk Hogan of fucking psychic shit. And then like she really paved the way. You know what I'm saying, for us to like, you know what I'm saying, for the shit that we doing today. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Miss Cleo, man, a lot of people who doing all this psychic shit, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, she was like the first person who really put herself out there to make herself look crazy. You know what I'm saying, for the world. And like she had a whole personality. She was like YouTube before YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And like I have a lot, just like Mr. Rogers, people have no idea how much, like in my bedroom, my calendar is a Mr. Rogers calendar. I love Mr. Rogers. You know what I'm saying? So, just like Mr. Rogers, I love Miss Cleo. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of Miss Cleo. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of, I wish I could interview her one day for this channel. You know what I'm saying? One day, man, if y'all can set that shit up, like, if y'all was raw as hell, if somebody know how to do that shit, y'all set this up, I'll pay y'all to set that shit up. If y'all can find some ways, you know what I'm saying? We could do an interview with Miss Cleo. That'd be dope as hell. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of, like, you find this clip and even use it and send it to her. I would love to interview Miss Cleo. If you watching this shit, I would love to interview you. You know what I'm saying? For this channel. Straight up. For real. When I'm dropping the mixtape, I don't know when I'm dropping the mixtape. Joe, that's a good question. I was just crazy. I was just playing my fucking. That's a good question. I was just listening to this song right before I cut the shit on. I was listening to all my music, and like I started to realize, like man, the mixtape I'm trying to drop, it's already fucking recorded. It's been sitting there for 3 years. Cause like the way I record, like I record songs and I listen to them for a little while, and then I record them again, and then I put it out. So like I got the pre-mix basically for like, you talking like 15, 20 songs. I listen to them all the time. I just never went back and re-record them and put them out because like, you know what I'm saying, it'd be a number of things. I'd be losing the fucking beats. I'd be losing it'd be a lot of shit like Smith shit. I'd be losing it'd be programs getting deleted and shit. So like, you know what I'm saying, I got a lot of shit recorded, I just never even put it out. But I'm glad you asked me that question because that is gonna push the shit forward. That's gonna push the shit. Oh shit, Miss Cleo dead. Don't tell me that shit, nigga. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Hold on, when Miss Cleo died? I ain't even know that shit. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. When Miss Cleo died? Man, that shit sucks. She died in 2016. Yeah, man. Shout out Miss Cleo. I love Miss Cleo, man. Y'all know I love Miss Cleo. That shit just fucked me up seeing it. I ain't gonna even lie. I love Miss Cleo. That shit sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna take a drink from Miss Cleo. You know what I'm saying? This fucking goddess of psychics. If it wasn't for Miss Cleo, there would be no K-Blao. Straight up. For real, man. I love that woman. For real. But yeah, I did not know that shit. I was smoking your K-Blao mixtape. What mixtape? Smoking to my mixtape. You gotta smoke my mixtape. I got some new shit. Well, see, man, I don't know, man. Like, I got insecurities, man, when it comes to my music and shit, man. Cause it's like, I don't know if you ever seen that movie that Michael Jackson had. It's called This Is It. The movie they had put out right before he died. Like, every time I watch that shit, man, I get tears in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I be sitting there looking at that shit, like, under the motherfucking Virgo moon. You know what I'm saying? I be like, man, that shit fucked up. Like, I kind of see, like, he was practicing. Like, he wanted that shit perfect. You know what I'm saying? And Michael Jackson, like, by all practical means, he was, like, the fucking greatest magician, greatest entertainer of all time. Like, I see how long he was taking, putting it into that shit. And it was, like, it's hard for me to watch. Like, every time I start thinking about This Is It, like, that was, like, that shit had a fucked up impact on me. Because, like, I saw why it take me so long to put out my fucking music. You know what I'm saying? Why it take me so long to put out certain videos and shit like that. It's because, like, I want that shit perfect. And it's never as perfect as I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? And, like, so by the time I put it out, I just be so done with this. I'm like, man, fuck it, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm my worst own critic. I'm my I'm my own worst critic, for real. I hate listening to myself. I hate the sound of my voice. I hate thinking what are people thinking while they listening to my shit. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why it takes so long for me to put out shit. And you know what I'm saying? I remember reading too, like Prodigy and Mobb Deep. They said he was the same way. Like he was like a perfectionist. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it had to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Or he wouldn't do it. And it took him months. Like he would work on songs for months. Like I've worked on songs for years. Like certain songs I've literally worked on for like 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? Before I put it out. Y'all, and then I put out this shit don't even get fucking 300 views. You know what I'm saying? It be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Joe, what's his name? IV, you about to get booted. Don't Joe. I said this shit earlier, Joe. If y'all don't you never repeat that shit in my fucking comments, Joe. I just told y'all, yeah, you know my moon sign, but don't never repeat that shit. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? We here. It ain't that many people here watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? And this video gonna come down. So yeah, if you watch this shit tonight, yeah, you got some exclusive shit. Very few people know. Matter of fact, like I said, people on my Patreon had to pay for that information. You know what I'm saying? So don't, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all, because we here tonight, we smoking, you know what I'm saying? I trust y'all, you know what I'm saying? You subscribe to me, I fuck with y'all. But like, don't talk about my traits in the fucking comments. You know what I'm saying? That's some exclusive shit. And why am I like that? Because like, you talk about instinct is one thing, but like, just because I have a lot of the traits that I have, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be affected by that when I give you my information. Like, it's best that you receive my information from a neutral standpoint. So the fact that I gave you that, I'm only doing that because I know that y'all subscribe to my channel, I fuck with y'all. But like, you know what I'm saying? When you receive certain information, it's best that you don't know. Because when you know, you know what I'm saying, you kind of get biased toward the information. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you kind of get biased toward the information. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's saying this because he's Aquarius and he thinks that's what it's like. No, like sometimes you need to hear the shit in the raw. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain, I don't want to say mystique to it, but it's like you kind of like a lot of psychics, when you come across their page, you don't know what the fuck sign they is. You just receive the information that come to you. When you start tweaking and starting to wonder what their sign is and trying to figure out why they saying what they saying, the effect don't have the same effect that it normally would. It's the same thing they say, like a good magician never tells his tricks. You know what I'm saying? So, but we living in 2020, you got to be transparent to a certain level. So, you know what I'm saying? I put, yeah, y'all know I'm Aquarius. I got Virgo moon. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, don't be running around spreading my fucking business out in the fucking street, nigga. I'll spread your fucking business out in the street, nigga. Add this motherfucking blood to that shit. I thought you was talking about Michael Jackson, and right, I thought you wasn't gonna say your traits. Nah, don't say my traits on this channel. You know what I'm saying? But tonight was an exception because this is a show about night. So we just sitting there kicking. I'm kicking with y'all having a fucking Modelo. Actually, this is like my third one since we started this video. So, but hold on, I got this shit. So that's crazy shit. It's about rap. You wanna know about the mixtape? Man, I don't like rapping on my channel and shit because I know y'all ain't what y'all here for. Y'all here to hear me talk about the signs and shit. Like I'm fucking Miss Cleo, but I'm not Miss Cleo, so I don't like that shit. So I be trying to keep up, you know. I be trying to get out what y'all want, but like that ain't what the fuck I want. What the fuck is this shit? You know, see that? Wait, let me see. Our Father. Hustle dope out of Dodge Charger. Till the price was right like Bob Barker. Rocking a perm like Al Sharpton. I dropped the bomb like Pearl Harbor. I could go harder, but why bother? I got the force, I'm skywalking. I birth your style, I'm the godfather. I live long, now it's time to prosper. I can't live life off a teleprompter. Cause Nipsey died. Wait. Cause Nipsey died. Wait. I dropped the ball like Pearl Harbor. I could go harder like Bob Bother. I got the force from Skywalker. I birthed your style. I'm the Godfather. I live long. Now it's time to prosper. I can't live life off a teleprompter. Cause Nipsey died from a nigga chopped in. Kobe died in a helicopter. I'm at the table with the shrimp and lobster. Crack the wine and pop the bottles for gangster disciples and vice apostles. The game I spit is like the gospel. That's some new shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it. But yeah, I know that shit sound crazy. So yeah, the mixtape is coming. I be writing this shit. I be fucking around a little bit. You see what I'm saying? I be fucking around a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Shit crazy. I got that shit in my phone, man. Hold on. Like, I'm definitely gonna delete this whole fucking show. So, hold on, let me see. Fuck. Our father. Also dope by the Dodge Charger till the price is right like Bob Barker. Rocking the perm like Al Sharpton. I dropped the bomb like Pearl Harbor. I could go harder, but why bother? I got the force of Skywalker. What the? I got the force of Skywalker. There we go. I don't even know what this shit gonna play. Guess your sign. I don't know you. I just know your name is Cred. So like, it'd be kind of hard to like. I don't know how you don't get headaches from smoking them Dutch. I used to get headaches from smoking the Dutch. That's crazy you said it. I did. I used to get headaches, but then after a while you start getting high as hell, and then you be like, the headache be gone. You just be high. Like you get used to it. I don't know. I don't think this shit gonna play. This shit kinda fucked up. I don't know. That shit dead. Yeah, fuck that shit. But yeah, like just like a backwood. You smoke a backwood. That shit had me on my ass. You talking about a migraine? That's why I'm back. Like, a fucking migraine. This should be crazy. Muhammad Ali had bar. Nigga, if I'm rapping like Muhammad Ali, nigga, then no. Muhammad Ali's a fucking Capricorn. Plus, it was like back in the 70s. Then see, then now you got me really want to play the beat. Cause like that shit, no, nigga, I'm not fucking Dolomite, nigga, sitting there rapping at your ass, nigga. Like, no, you got me fucked up. See, this shit don't even fucking play. Stupid shit. But, okay, wait, I was supposed to end this shit like fucking, like 45 minutes ago. So, why is Smith ruthless as hell? The nigga can't even listen to his own shit, nigga. Like, nigga can't even listen to his own shit. My life sucks. Fucking God hates me. Trying to mix fucking religion and astrology. Now you can't listen to your own shit. See that shit? Lights flicker right when I say that shit. You see that shit? Better stop talking shit. Right when I say that shit, lights flicker. I don't know if y'all saw that shit. My whole house just flickered right when I said that shit. Fuck crazy. I love you guys. You know this plan, man. We go back. I was there when you flooded this motherfucker. You cool. Let me get the fuck up out of here, Joe. Look, I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here. Motherfuckers flooding the goddamn comment section. Man, hold on, Joe. Why my shit doing this shit, Joe? This is not right. This ain't. No. Am I saying Capricorn the GOAT? Am I saying who was the GOAT? Muhammad Ali? No. Yeah, Muhammad Ali was the GOAT, but LeBron ain't the GOAT. See, that's you talking about GOAT, nigga. Like, no, LeBron is just a GOAT. He is a GOAT. He is not the GOAT, like the GOAT, like the greatest of all time. Like, yeah, like Muhammad Ali was the GOAT. But then you got motherfuckers like LeBron. He is just a GOAT. Like, you know, he's just a fucking GOAT. Like, you don't go to the fucking finals and lose 5 times and still be talking about you the fucking GOAT. How the fuck you go to the finals and lose fucking 5 times? No, that's like if me and you go over chick crib, right? And I smash 6 times. We go over there 6 times. I smash 6 times. You know what I'm saying? If you go over there 9 times, you only smash 3 times. You know what I'm saying? You is not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Jordan is a fucking GOAT. Actually, some people say fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Which can be argued. You know what I'm saying? But to me, the generation I grew up in, Jordan is a motherfucking GOAT. You see what I'm saying? Straight up. So, real shit. Why do motherfuckers be laughing, Joe? Like, I don't know. I'll be sitting there just talking, motherfuckers be laughing. I'll be like, Joe, like, I don't even be trying to be funny. When people do think, I'll be like, yo, you funny as hell. I'll be like, nigga, how the fuck am I funny? I'll just be saying real shit. Real shit. Like, man, why the fuck is my shit doing this bogus shit? This shit always fucked up, man. This shit make you want to cry like a fucking cancer. Try to play my goddamn fucking books about charisma. You can't study no books about charisma. You gotta watch a lot of motherfucking you know what though? You can do pickup arts. Like I did the pickup arts for a little while. So that shit kinda played out now though. But like so saying the pickup arts gave me a lot of charisma. Like the mystery method. Watching a lot of his videos, you know what I'm saying? But that could send you off, man. Like I don't even like recommending that shit to people because like people be watching that shit and going left. It's you know what I'm saying? Like that shit ruin relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because like people take it and like you gotta fuck up a lot of times before you get it right. So it's like you be fucking up on the wrong people. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta. It take a long time for you to get your charisma right. But you talk about PUA because it's just so cutthroat. It's just so fucking extreme. So like, but at the same time, it'll get you where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? So like when you start, you know, like the game. So there's a book by Mystery. What's his name? No. Strauss. Robert Strauss. What the fuck is his name? Neil Strauss. The Game. That's a good book to read. Neil Strauss, The Game. With Mystery Method. Mystery has some couple rights. I'm saying that gets you charisma. You can also watch like Keys to the VIP. That's some shit. That definitely gets you some charisma. You watch all 3 seasons of Keys to the VIP. You can also watch the Pickup Artist season 1 and season 2. They're on VH1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all got 123 movies. You know what I'm saying? But like 123movies.net. 123movies.net. You can watch all that free shit on there. You know what I'm saying? But if you do enough research, you can find this shit on some site somewhere. It's like Pickup Artist season 1, season 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of that shit. Keys to the VIP. Just side note, like I don't know if anybody heard of USA TV Go? Y'all heard this? USA TV Go. Anybody heard of USA TV Go? If you ain't heard that shit, USA TV Go. I think it's .tv. Like just Google. Go to Google, type in USA TV Go. USA TV Go. One word. USA TV Go. You watch all the motherfucking channels on TV for free. Like this shit got everything. Like you watch live TV, literally. Like that shit's like having cable. Nigga, that shit is the shit. Like, I'm like, who the fuck made this shit? Like, that dude deserve a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. USA TV Go. You know what I'm saying? But, 123movies.net. I use that shit to find a lot of, like, free shit. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm trying to think of charisma. Listen to a lot of Jay-Z albums. You know what I'm saying? Get drunk and listen to Jay-Z. And memorize that shit. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Or also too, like watch a lot of chick flick movies. You know what I'm saying? Watch a lot of like movies where like the guy comes in and gets the girl. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that was major for me. Like I watched a lot of that shit. Mind you know what I'm saying? Like my wifey, she a Cancer woman. You know what I'm saying? So she constantly watching like romance movies. You know what I'm saying? Like chick flicks. And like I used to be like, at first. You know what I'm saying? But then I started watching that shit and I started watching the actors, like, you know what I'm saying, how, like, she would get so mesmerized by actors. Like, so, and like me, like, I would see the act. Like, you know, I fuck with film and movies and shit. So, like, I would see, I can't, it's weird, man. When I think of Denzel, I think of Denzel in fucking Book of Eli. When that nigga pull out that sword and was cutting motherfucking stomachs out and beating the shit out. Or I think of him in Malcolm X. I do not think of him as a handsome, suave male in like a movie like Mobile Blues or like fucking, you know, one of the movies where he's like fucking, you know, super handsome. You know what I'm saying? So like when I started to like, you know, when I started to like watch, you know, movies that was chick flicks, I would see actors in there that I were not used to seeing portrayed that role like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So like it was like what the fuck you got? Like I can't even think of a movie like that. I hope y'all. That's why I don't want to lose y'all. You know what I'm saying? But like you gotta understand, like Robert De Niro, for example. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm used to seeing Robert De Niro, or like even Al Pacino. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to seeing them like on some gangster shit, beating somebody down in a fucking bar, like Goodfellas. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, like my wife would be sitting watching the movie, and I look up, I see Robert De Niro, like Mel Gibson or some shit like that, in like a total chick flick. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I didn't even know he was in this shit, and I'd be like, what the fuck is this? And then, like, you literally seeing him, like, portraying a whole nother side of acting. And he's, like, he's all nice and gentle and trying to be nice to this woman. And I'd be like, what the fuck? I didn't even know he was in this movie. Like, when the fuck did this shit come out? You know what I'm saying? And, like, it took a while before I kept watching that type of shit. And I started to learn acting. Like they fucking actors. You know what I'm saying? But, like, to a woman, she couldn't tell the difference. Like, all of the movies that I'd be in and watch, I'd be like, Joe, you ain't never seen, like, Wesley Snipes. Like, you see Wesley Snipes in, you know what I'm saying, Blade, fucking cutting vampires to shreds, and all of a sudden I look up and I see him on fucking, Stella Got a Groove Back, or fucking, what's the button? He was, the movie with Whitney Houston and fucking, what the fuck is it? Waiting to Exhale, right? Like, Wesley was cold like that. Wesley could do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I look up and I see Wesley Snipes sitting next to the woman, sitting there being extra smooth and Billy D, like, you know, after a while I was like, wait a minute, it's something to this. Like, I had to like, start to work on that myself. I started to absorb them traits. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was major for me. Like finding the right actors that, you know, when they be in them chick flicks, like, and just, like, kind of duplicating. Like, it's a lot of shit that, like, me and my I'm Aquarius, so, like, I be duplicating a lot of shit that I see. Like, it was a scene in fucking, like, what's that movie? G.I. Joe. Like, it was a G.I. Joe movie where fucking Marlon Wayans was pursuing the redhead chick through the whole fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? And like I would study scenes, like I would study dynamics like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like he would say shit like mind you, like she was kinda shitting on him the whole fucking time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like through the whole fucking movie she'd be kinda shitting on him. You know what I'm saying? And then like it was a scene like she was flying through the air. She was about to land on the ground and like break her back. Like she was gonna be fucked up if she hit the ground. But he crept in and caught her. He was like, boom. Right when she hit the ground, she was like, nice move, Slick. He was like, oh, don't start being all nice to me now. He was like, gotta go. He put her down and dipped. And I was like, nigga. Like, man, this Marlon was saying shit. I'm talking about Marlon Wayans. Like, Marlon Wayans is a fucking great actor. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way he do, he's a fucking brilliant. You know what I'm saying? The more you watch, you know, his career, you start to see he's way more than what meets the eye when you first see him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was something about the way he did that scene. Like, it was what he said. He was like, oh, don't start being nice to me now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I've used this line hundreds of times. And I'm trying to tell you, it's like hundreds of movies like that where, like, I've watched, like Don Juan DeMarco. It's a great movie with fucking Johnny Depp. Great movie. You get all type of lines like that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I got a whole book, the PUA book. I can go get that shit right now. I can sit here and read y'all. Literally, like, my PUA book, I got, like, literally, like, fucking over 800 movies that I've collected, like, over a period of fucking 10 years. It's just, like, movies like that, where it's, like, they literally develop my whole personality. So a lot of stuff that you see come through the screen when I'm sitting there talking to y'all be, like, you know, them type of movies and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So, I hope that makes sense. What the fuck is this? Bro, you gotta do a video stream going in depth about recommendations for movies. Okay, look, Ruin HD. Because you just gave me a donation, bro, I'm gonna do that just right now. You know what I'm saying? I was about to turn this shit off, bro, but because you just gave me a donation. And mind you, like, say y'all some crazy shit. But I ain't gonna even say that. But yeah, wait, so only you wanna see some movies? What type of movies you wanna see? Because I got a lot of different type of movies. Like, I used to sell movies, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I can sit here and talk about movies all fucking night, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I can give you a lot of recommendations on movies, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I kind of, you know, say you might want to give me some direction because I just keep firing out. But shout out to Ruin HD, you know what I'm saying, for just for giving the fucking donation, man. You know what I'm saying? I really respect that. But, you know what I'm saying, I got a lot of movies, you know, that I can recommend. You know what I'm saying? So I might need a little direction on that. You know what I'm saying? But, astrology, like, I think I did a video one time I was talking about astrology movies. Like, I was recommending astrology movies. You know what I'm saying? One of the classic ones that stand out for me always, like I said, it was Tales from the Crypt episode that had Demi Moore in it, when she went to go see a psychic. That's a classic psychic episode. You know what I'm saying? You know, where they were reading it and it was going a certain way. Wishmaster series? I think they had like 3 of those. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like a fucking genie that was fucking, you know what I'm saying? fucking shit up. Believe it or not, it was a movie. Man, you know what's so crazy? Look this movie up, man. This one gonna be a low worth, you know what I'm saying? This alone is worth your donation. You know what I'm saying? Go look at this movie called Cinderella. Mine is with an S. It's spelled S-I-N, Cinderella. It's like a soft porn movie. Came out like way in the 70s. I saw this shit when I was a kid. Like, so I must have been like fucking 4 years old when I saw this movie. That movie, and like mind you, like me and my 2 brothers, we saw this shit. That shit like scarred our fucking subconscious for life. Nigga. Like, I hope you know what I'm saying? I hope you ain't fucking 6 years old like I was and you ain't watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? It was a dude in there, Joe. The dude was like a motherfucking like a psychic, you know what I'm saying? Like the black dude, you know what I'm saying? The black dude there was like a psychic, you know what I'm saying? He was guiding this white woman and shit. And it was like the same shit. Like you was just talking about Miss Cleo earlier. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that black dude name was in that movie, man, but it was the same shit. Like he was like one of the first black, like Moorish, like he was like a Moor almost. You know what I'm saying? Moorish psychics. You know what I'm saying? It was like guiding a white woman, like you know what I'm saying, telling her, like kind of guiding her on the path. Like it's a wild ass movie, man. Like and like if you know what I'm saying, if you conscious like I'm conscious, you'll see kind of what I'm saying. Like it's only so many characters like that came through the screen at that time. You know what I'm saying? And if he was like gay. He was like a fucking homosexual. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't know if he was gay in real life or not. And like mind you, like no disrespect to the gay, you know, if he was gay or not. I'm just saying like, you know, when they like you look at like there's another character named Lafayette on fucking True Blood. Like I don't know if you watch True Blood. You know what I'm saying? It's a character on there named Lafayette. And saying shit like he ain't necessarily a psychic per se, but like he kind of fucked with the spirituality shit and like he was fucking with this other dude that was like into like spiritual like demonic transfer of energy or so. I don't even know what it was like voodoo almost. Like you know what I'm saying? His name was Lafayette. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, when you look at Lafayette and you compare him to like the dude that like you go look at the Cinderella movie, like you know what I'm saying, you'll see how like that dude in that Cinderella movie was like a precedent. Like he set, if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no Lafayette. It wouldn't be no like you know what I'm saying, like them type of characters that you see on TV right now. Like you know what I'm saying, and like you know, even the fact like you talking about the spirituality and the metaphysics and stuff like that. Like you know what I'm saying, like he was one of them characters that really you know what I'm saying helped create that mold. That like you know back then it wasn't no shit like that. You know. Evelyn, it was like saying shit. That was some shit that sat on my fucking subconscious for years. That fucking gay ass black dude that was in that fucking Cinderella movie. Yeah. Y'all might go check that shit out. That shit wild as hell. You know what I'm saying? Scary movies are the best movies. Yeah, scary movies is wild. I used to fuck with scary movies. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with a lot of scary movies. Scariest movie I've ever seen in my life, I believe it was a movie called Baby Blues. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but you know what I'm saying? It was called Baby Blues. That was literally the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you go look it up, you know what I'm saying, and read the plot before you watch it, it's gonna ruin the whole shit. Like that's some shit that you just wanna just cut on and watch and not really know what the fuck it was. I bought that movie for $2 off a dude on the street, a bootlegger. And he was fucked up, he was drunk, he was on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I gave him like $10 and he gave me like fucking 20 movies. You know what I'm saying? I was just going through them one day, just watching them. And then I ain't even look, I just took this out and threw it in and started watching that shit. And about halfway into that movie, I was like, nigga, what the fuck is this? Like, Joe, that was the craziest fucking scary movie. It's called Baby Blues. You know what I'm saying? If you look it up, you know what I'm saying, it's got a picture of a baby, like a doll, like a little baby. So it came out maybe like 2009, 2010, something like that, I want to say. It's a great fucking movie. Mind you, another same shit the dude gave me, a movie called fucking Perfume. That's another wild ass movie. You know what I'm saying? But like mind you, like these is like, you know what I'm saying, Like, I done showed Perfume to a couple people, they kind of fell asleep to that shit. And, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta kind of have, like, I don't know, man, you kind of gotta be, I don't know, it's a great movie, Perfume. It's got, the dude that played Rain Man, I can't think of his name. What's the dude name that played Rain Man? Matter of fact, Rain Man's a Rain Man. What the fuck is his name? I know we go to R, right? What's that guy's name to play Rain Man? Same dude, he was in Outbreak. The guy that was in Outbreak. What the fuck is his name, man? What the fuck that nigga name? Well, he was in a movie called Perfume. You know what I'm saying? But it really wasn't about him. You know what I'm saying? It was really about the kid that was in it. You know what I'm saying? But that's a great movie to watch. You know what I'm saying? I had bought those two movies off this fucking crackhead. And those was like literally two of the greatest movies I ever seen in my fucking life. It was a wild ass experience. It was just like, I was out one day and bought like fucking a bunch of bootleg movies off this crackhead. Like two of the movies like literally turned out to be two of the greatest movies I ever seen in my fucking life. And it was called Perfume and Baby Blues. You know what I'm saying? Great fucking movies. Tales from the Script was carried around this kid. I used to fuck with Tales from the Crypt. I used to love that shit. The fucking Crypt Keeper. Then they was wait. Hold on. Did you just donate twice, nigga? Hold on. What the fuck, Ruin? Wait. Oh, shout out Ruin HD. See, man, that's good shit, bro. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman. Good shit. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman. Okay, wait, hold on. You say you want to see some science and time travel movie recommendations. Okay. Before we even do that, I'm going to tell you, because you donated, so I'm going to tell you some shit very few people know, bro. Like, you heard of the James Cameron conspiracy? Anybody hear this shit? The James Cameron. This is going to be worth every penny you just get. You heard of James Cameron? You ever heard of this? The James Cameron conspiracy? You ever heard of this? Ruin. You heard of James Cameron conspiracy? Have you ever heard of this? You ever heard of this? Because if you've never heard of James Cameron conspiracy, that's like, you want to research that. Because the James Cameron conspiracy basically explains to you why science fiction looks the way it looks. There's certain standards of science fiction that, Google the James Cameron conspiracy. James Cameron, I think he directed Titanic. He also directed, if I'm not mistaken, I think Titanic, Avatar, Terminator, which I think at one point, like all his movies at one point have been like the number one movie like of all time. Like he's directed like the top 3 like number one selling movies like of all time. It's like, how the fuck is one man produce 3 of the greatest, cultural phenomenon movies of all time? How the fuck is this even possible? You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, like I think they're saying it was Terminator, Titanic. I think it was Avatar too. I think it was another. So it was like, what the fuck do these movies have in common that's making millions of people all at the same time decide to go see these movies? And like, it was saying how it basically ties the notion between technology and humanity, and that like, you know what I'm saying, like how basically like the Titanic was like a piece of machine. They say it was unsinkable, but you know what I'm saying, all the people that got killed, you know what I'm saying, how technology and humanity movie got the same shit with like Terminator. It was like they was merging the line between technology and humanity, and these movies was done just to do that, to like by using the movies that was about technology and humans, you know what I'm saying, merging this shit together. This is what was basically the thread of certain aspect of science fiction. Like, even though Titanic ain't a science fiction movie, but it's still tied into the same aspect of like the effect on like machinery and humans. Like, you see what I'm saying? So like, then you look at Avatar, it was the same shit. Like, they had like the blue people were supposed to be like, space like black people, and then they had like the fucking all the machines that was coming in and killing and fucking up all the nature shit, and like the effect of that shit. This is one of like the main threads of science fiction. So like, when you watch a lot of science fiction movies, you see how that like that's a major thread of all science fiction. So like, when you look, it's basically the merging of humans and machines, to the point where like somebody who's a child can't even determine the difference. So like, somebody who's born like 10, 15 years from now, they can't really tell the difference between like a machine and a human. You know what I'm saying? So you got like sex dolls and shit like this, talking robots and shit like this, that's coming out, because they constantly pushing the envelope forward to make machines more human-like and also make humans more machine-like. 3D glasses, Iron Man, Transformers. Fuck, you see the movies that coming out where it's like you see these robots, cyborgs, shit like this. Like they had a movie called Real Steel or some shit like that. Like also like Ready Player One. They constantly merging more and more like the Matrix shit. Like they making, like I say, like even your phone is called an Android. You know what I'm saying? So that's like literally said the James Cameron conspiracy is where they literally walk you through all of the major themes of science fiction. That the reason of science fiction, and then like science fiction just ain't science fiction, is a there's a certain level of esoteric magic that's happening here, and that when you think about Star Trek, that was like you said back in the '60s and shit. You know what I'm saying? They had cell phones and technology that's just didn't start coming out like fucking 10, 15 years ago. I was like, how the fuck did they know back in the '60s that they was gonna have technology that was gonna, you know what I'm saying, set the standard, but not for another 20, 30 years from now? So, like, even if you go back and watch certain episodes of Star Trek Next Generation, like, Star Trek really sets a lot of standard of a lot of shit we talk about. You know what I'm saying? But, like, even you go watch the episodes of Star Trek Next Generation, like, the Doctor, fucking Dr. Crusher, she had a little iPad. She had an iPad on TV back in 1988, fucking, like, 20, 30 years before the iPad even came out. Like, how the fuck did they know that shit? You know what I'm saying? Because the reason they know that shit is because, like, when you're saying, like, Thulian, like Thulian, I don't know if you got a pen and paper, bro. You might want to write some of this shit down. You're still saying Thulian. Because this video will get deleted, I'm telling you. Like Thulian, T-H, the Thuls. The Thulians was T-H-E-U, T-H-U-E-L. It's either T-H, it's like Thulian, T-H-U-E-L or T-H-U-L-E, some shit. Thulian was like a fucking, the German occult. And they had access to, like, with these women had these long blonde hair. And they would do, like, these fucking psychic readings out to the Taurus verse, like the planet Taurus, like the universal Taurus, basically the Taurus verse. Literally the Taurus verse. Like they knew how to tap into the Taurus verse, and this is how like they advanced the technology. Like they were doing these fucking chants that tapped them into these parallel dimensions that like they start speaking Sumerian language. They start speaking these. You look this shit up. So they start speaking these other languages, which gave them access to like hidden occult knowledge, which like advanced the technology by like light years. This is where they can start coming up with the atom bomb, fucking warplanes that was moving at light speed, all this type of shit. And like a lot of even the UFOs that you started to see back then, like them UFOs wasn't UFOs that was from outer space with aliens in them. It was UFOs with people in them, just like the Starship Enterprise, which you was seeing on fucking Star Trek. Like it's a fucking UFO driving around in fucking space with humans in it. So like a lot of the, you know, like UFOs that was coming out in the 40s and 50s and 60s, those was just German Nazis. Those was Germans flying around in fucking UFOs. They talk about this a lot too on the X-Files. Like if you watch the X-Files, you know what I'm saying? They had access to fucking what is it? Electrogravity? No. Electromagnetism, electrogravity. I don't know, I always fuck this up. If you go watch the scene in Street Fighter, there's a movie called Street Fighter with Raul Julia. So I'm saying that's like a Thulian. That's literally like a Thulian action movie. But that movie's for like Germans. So I'm saying there's a scene in there at the end where he has these boots on that make him float. And I forget what he say, but he literally says it like a Thulian. Like he says, this is nothing but electromagnetism. He said, and then like through the whole movie of Street Fighter, he's levitating around on this fucking global, like this big sphere thing that was like, it was like electric. It wasn't, I mean, it was like the gravity was reversed. So like they had the access to like reverse gravity to make themselves like float off the ground. This is like God-like power to Thulians. Like the fact they can reverse gravity. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, fuck all that mystical element, tarot card reading shit, nigga. I know how to take fucking gravity and reverse the fucking magnetic forces in the ground and reverse the fucking magnetic forces and make you fucking float off the ground, shoot rockets in the fucking space. You see what I'm saying? So like, this was like if you watch the Street Fighter movie, you look at the M. Bison, the character that fucking Raul Julius played, you see he was kind of like Hitler, but then you kind of hear like the Thulian esoteric shit kind of creep in a little bit. It's a couple movies you see like if you watch V came out in like 2000, not the original V that came out in the 80s, but like the V that was a remake. It was like 2009. The one that had more stress on it. It was a TV series called V with these fucking aliens that rip their fucking face off these fucking aliens. It's another science fiction movie. It was the same shit. Like you see a lot of German Thulian concepts that got put into that. Like you know what I'm saying, that was all part of, you talking about the James Cameron conspiracy, like the major themes of science fiction that you start to see. Like you know what I'm saying, like I say, merging of humans and androids. You also see like the sun, like the effects of the sun, like you know what I'm saying, like trying to block out the sun, or like the effects of sunlight on people, like you look at like vampires and shit like that, like you know what I'm saying, like Dracons, like what's that movie, Jupiter Ascendant, like that was another, like the motherfuckers that they was protecting, that shit was all Dracons, like you know what I'm saying, like that's a wild ass movie to watch, like you know what I'm saying, and mind you, for the concept of Dracons and like different levels of like undead and dead, like you know what I'm saying, like vampire, like Blade, how Blade had different types of vampires, or like if you watch fucking Underworld, like how they got different levels of vampires and shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? That's really more science fiction than like fucking mystery, believe it or not. And then like, or like fantasy. That's more actual science fiction. You know what I'm saying? Because like certain Germans and shit, all that shit come from Thulian concepts, and like you know how they fucking how they view their hierarchy and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit is based on them type of principles. You know what I'm saying? Also too, like NASA, you know what I'm saying, NASA, I don't know if you know about Operation Paperclip, you know what I'm saying, that was like the NASA project where they was taking, they took all of the fucking German Nazi occult motherfuckers, like after World War II ended, everybody who was a Nazi basically went to jail for war crimes, or they was killed, or they killed themselves. But they took the space program, you know what I'm saying, and moved it from Germany to the US under a program called Operation Paperclip. You know what I'm saying, which gave motherfuckers access to all of the space programs, which eventually became NASA. So that's where NASA came from. So all of the space program, all that shit came from fucking Germany. You know what I'm saying, which was Thulian. So like, they was the ones who was doing these fucking outer space chants, getting all access to all this technology that was moving to outer space and shit. The US said, okay, we ain't gonna throw that shit away, we gonna keep that shit. So they kept that, and that's what basically became NASA. So when you look at the space programs and a lot of those concepts of what our whole perception of what space is, when they tell us, okay, it's 9 planets and the sun and how it orbits around, all that shit comes from Thulian concepts, like, you know what I'm saying, the Thulian concepts of what they understand of what space is. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk and a lot of things they've been doing recently, trying to send rockets to space, has been totally disproving our whole perception of space. Like the way we perceive space ain't really what it is entirely. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, they have certain concepts believe that we inside a dome. Like, so saying that they done shot rockets up and hit a dome and shot the shit back down. So shit, they like, what the fuck is it? What? It hit something and shot it back down. What the fuck is that? Like, so I'm saying, so like, the whole German aspect, the whole German IQ, the whole German ego, the whole German philosophy comes from like Thulian occult concepts. You know what I'm saying? And like concept of reals, like, you know what I'm saying, reals. Like, we never see motherfucker in a white lab coat talking about taking over the world. You know what I'm saying? This whole shit is like, you know what I'm saying, reals, like scientists. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when you see like the shit, like a lot of the shit, the old Marvel characters, so the old DC characters that was fucking with chemicals and shit, and there was a chemical reaction and turned it into some type of fucking like Bruce Banner with the fucking Hulk, and like fucking the Flash, and how he spilled a bunch of shit on him, he started running fast. Like, all that shit came out in the 40s and 50s, where all of these Thulian German concepts was like, you know, even if you look at Captain America and the whole concept of him fighting with Red Skull and the whole war, all and like him being a super soldier, they was injecting this shit in him to make him a super soldier. All of these concepts came from Thulian German occult beliefs. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, you know, that they was creating an Aryan race, and like, you know what I'm saying, even though Captain America was a white man with blonde hair, there was that still aspect of they was trying to create a super soldier, you know what I'm saying, that was going to defend the country, and like all this stuff came from German Thulian concepts. So what the reals would do, the reals was the actual scientists that was going to usher in this period. So a lot of stuff that was considered witchcraft, they didn't want to consider witchcraft. They started turning it into science. So this is where like it was a fine line between witchcraft and science. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of the stuff like back in the Salem witch period, you know what I'm saying? Like if you was in the Salem witch period, you could get killed for dressing up just like the devil on Halloween. Like, you be a little kid or like a teenager, you dress up like the devil. It's Halloween. You're saying back in the Salem witch period, you get killed for that shit. They would burn your ass to a stake and say you practice witchcraft. But then you look at it like, not even fucking 50, 75 years later, you got motherfucking dead bodies sitting up inside of fucking jars with fucking formaldehyde in there, and they like fucking up, opening up bodies, cutting them up, taking body parts out and studying and shit like this, and it's cool. So it's like, okay, why the fuck they gonna kill a motherfucker for dressing up like a costume? You know what I'm saying? They meant their IQ is that low, or you know what I'm saying, they spiritual understanding is that low, that they still attacking motherfuckers during the Salem witch period, but then not even fucking 100 years later, it's science. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you call a real. This is where the Thulian, that whole concept came in, and like a lot of witchcraft shit started turning into science. You know what I'm saying? So in that same aspect, you know what I'm saying, when you started to see like the aspects of the Marvel comics and you know, them pushing the whole fucking consciousness forward on the aspect of how science can mold certain, you know, mold our reality through changing and manipulation of fucking genetic structure and all that shit. All that shit comes from fucking grills. Taking dog brains out and studying dog brains and trying to figure out the effects of human brain, taking mice and injecting them with diseases and trying to find cure for the diseases and going to all that shit is what they call real. So I'm saying, which is like the line between witchcraft and fucking and magic. You know what I'm saying? So like when you look at certain movies, they've constantly like updating the concept of what real is. Like real is a frequency. Like real just ain't just the people in the science lab with the codes on. Real is like a frequency. It's like when you say Zodiac, when you say astrology, when you say like Kabbalah, you know what I'm saying, or you say you know, comedics. You know what I'm saying? When you say real, it's like it ain't just like real is like a mental frequency that like certain like German motherfuckers is on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they like when you was in school and you cut open a frog or you cut open a worm and you open it up and you look at the hearts and you examine, you look at it, it's like this is real. Like they would burn you to a stake back in the 1800s for this exact same shit. You know what I'm saying? But like this, like the real aspect is like, okay, it's science. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what pushes a lot of the movies over this. You start to see like this effect now with the Marvel movies and shit like that. A lot of that shit is Thulian. Like when you go back and watch the old movies that were trying to push this shit forward, like the Street Fighter movies and stuff like this, it was like when you see like you watch the old Street Fighter movie, you see it was a scene there, like they had a guy named Dawson that was running like MK Ultra shit on this guy named Blanca. You know what I'm saying? Like Blanca was like this guy named Charlie or something, and they put these things, they did MK Ultra, they put these things on his eyes. They pumped him up full of all of this wild ass fucking chemicals, and they basically brainwashed him into this fucking monster. It was like a Frankenstein. You know what I'm saying? So that's like real shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at like a lot of the Marvel movies and stuff that's coming out right now, you start to see the same theme and you wonder where it's coming from. That's where that shit come from. You know what I'm saying? The Thulians and the Germans. Where does that come from? That comes from Madame Blavatsky. You know what I'm saying? Madame Blavatsky was the she was the one that basically introduced fucking Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley, like Madame Blavatsky was like, I don't know if she was German, but like she was like around that same time with like a lot of that same occult shit. She was the one that was like giving a lot of instruction on. She basically wrote the book on a lot of Thulian shit that a lot of the Nazis developed. Madame Blavatsky was like the mother of, I don't know if you people familiar, listen to like a lot of left hand path shit. I don't really talk about a lot of shit on my channel, you know what I'm saying? But Madame Blavatsky was the basic lady who wrote the book on all of the witchcraft, all of the fucking, you know, tarot card, a lot of shit that the Western civilizations is under right now. So I'm saying that eventually evolved into a lot of stuff you see with Aleister Crowley. You know what I'm saying? If you're not familiar with Aleister Crowley, same thing he influenced dozens, fucking hundreds of fucking artists, entertainers, politicians. You know what I'm saying? People from all world renowned, people from all over the world. Like even the Beatles had an album called Sgt. Pepper, which is basically dedicated to Aleister Crowley. So I'm saying even Jay-Z has been seen wearing fucking shirts from Aleister Crowley with his quote that says "Do thy will." You know what I'm saying? So Aleister Crowley was, you know what I'm saying, influenced huge major fucking Western civilization. So let me close this shit. I see what the problem is now. I gotta close this shit. Can I do that? No. Yes. Hello. No. No. Okay. Close. No. No. Stupid shit. Yes. Close. Thank you. Alright. Hopefully that'll free up some shit. Yeah, so Aleister Crowley you know what I'm saying, influenced a lot of the major writers that, you know what I'm saying, that you see that's really prominent in Hollywood right now, like um, fucking George Lucas, who did Star Wars, Gene Roddenberry, who did Star Trek, you know what I'm saying, Journey to Outer Space, I can't think of a name, or Lost in Space. Like these early 50 movies, like the movies that came out in the 50s and stuff, they was going into space, and it was like Journey into Space, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Like all of these early, right? There was another one, John Carter. That's one you definitely want to watch. John Carter, you know what I'm saying? That shit was written like in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? But the movie didn't even come out till like 10 years ago. Like they was working on that movie for years because they was trying to figure out like how to even portray that shit. But like that's the same shit. So like all this shit was influenced by Aleister Crowley. So I'm saying like the first concepts of what science fiction was gonna be, and then like which was basically the Orion concept, which was the Orion concept was all of this shit was already here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it leads all the way up to holograms. So like holograms is basically the end result of this shit. And then like when you watch Star Wars and they shoot the holograms up, and like the hologram could actually be right here, and you can sit there and interact with a hologram like in real time. Like that's one of the main end goals of science fiction is to actually develop the human mind consciousness to that point. You've seen holograms your whole life, but you've never actually seen a hologram with your own real eyes, like right there in front of you. Like even if you take a projector and you take a fucking projector and flash your shit up on the wall, that still ain't like a fucking hologram that's like right here in front of you. Like you can actually interact with a hologram. You know what I'm saying? But like you understand what the concept of a hologram actually is, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, why have you never seen one? Because it hasn't been developed yet. But we still know what it is. And just like how the cell phone was back in the 60s, the way holograms is now, that's what the fuck is being pushed. You know, they're constantly pushing this envelope. Because a lot of shit was already here from the concept of what they call the Orion concept. Like before the flood, you know what I'm saying? All this shit was already here. Like this is what the Thulians believe. You know what I'm saying? So they tap into the Taurus verse and get instruction on how to bring this shit back. You know what I'm saying? Things that was forgotten before the flood. So you have certain movies like Total Recall, both Total Recall, but especially the newer Total Recall. That's another one where like they journey the same shit. They go through the center of the earth, the concepts of the things that are going through the center of the earth. The movie Journey to the Center of the Earth, that's another one you should watch. You know what I'm saying? Where they, you know what I'm saying, show you like it's a whole nother planet basically inside this planet. You know what I'm saying? And that's, oh shit, I can't even think of the name. What is that shit? Anybody know the name of that shit? Y'all be the MVP if y'all know the name of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shambhala. Oh shit. I think it's called Shambhala or some shit like that. It's like the center of the earth. Like, and it's a whole nother planet inside the center of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So like there's movies that they talk about this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Movies like Journey to the Center of the Earth, fucking they had a scene like that in Total Recall, and they like you go through the center of the fucking earth. You know what I'm saying? The whole gravity shifted as you went through the center of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So like you might see a lot of science fiction movies that talk about the center of the earth. That's a major concept. You know what I'm saying? Or like even underground cities. Like when you started seeing like they build a whole underground city. You know what I'm saying? In science fiction movies. Um, um, Interracial sex, believe it or not, is a science fiction concept because that really comes from concept like when you think in Star Trek, like the first interracial kiss that ever happened was through Star Trek when fucking Captain Kirk had kissed Uhuru. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? The reason they was pushing that envelope is because like the same concept of like alien sex. You know what I'm saying? Like sex with aliens or sex with something that's totally foreign to you. It's really a science fiction concept. You know what I'm saying? So like they got a video with fucking Katy Perry and fucking Kanye West. Tell me, kiss me. I can't even think of the name of it, but like whatever the name of that song was, it was saying like when you look at that video, you know what I'm saying, you listen to them lyrics, a lot of shit like I don't know, like they kind of tapped into the James Cameron conspiracy, and then like where they start introducing like he was talking about alien sex and like having sex with androids, having sex with robots. A lot of stuff you see on Star Trek, like you go back and watch a lot like old episodes of Star Trek, they already did this shit for multiple seasons, for multiple different versions of Star Trek on multiple seasons. They didn't discuss alien sex, sex with robots, having kids with robots, sex. Like you know what I'm saying, a lot of the Star Trek is really like the father of like the grandfather of all science fiction. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's all through Gene Roddenberry, who was influenced by Aleister Crowley, who, like I said, he also influenced George Lucas. He influences Steven Spielberg, a lot of the old directors who, you to this day still put even James Cameron. You know what I'm saying? But James Cameron was lucky, and from the aspect he had more government influence, he was able to tap into more resources that he understood the Orion concept. You know what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of this shit come from. You know what I'm saying? So matter of fact, there was a movie picture called Orion. You know what I'm saying? So if you go back and watch a lot of movies from the motion picture company Orion, you know what I'm saying, you start to see a lot of the James Cameron conspiracies. You know what I'm saying, in the same shit. But you can just go online and Google the James Cameron conspiracy and follow a lot of what I'm saying. You see, I'm not making this shit up. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk about mind control, the butterfly effect, all of these things was already programmed from the Orion mind, which dated back, like, which predates fucking the flood. So I'm saying, so like, the butterfly effect, or like the monarch conspiracy, or like the monarch. I don't know if you know this same shit, like mind control, MK Ultra. If you watch the beginning of the movie Pineapple Express, they kind of spoof MK Ultra, like they bring a dude down there where he's smoking weed and shit. And this is the beginning of it's like the first 10 minutes of Pineapple Express. Like this guy smoking weed, and then the government's running MK Ultra on him, and he's like literally spoofing. It was really fucking cool. That's a really cool scene to fucking check out. But they were showing you that, scenes like that to show you that, like, that they was running, MK Ultra experiments on them type of people like that. Basically was on the monarch theory, which is mind control. So they were trying to figure out what type of drugs can affect the mind. So when you look at like to the point they wanted to be able to kill somebody. So they had a movie called Manchurian Candidate, which was with fucking Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying? Which was about mind control. That was really like one of the first movies about MK Ultra, was a Manchurian Candidate. But that was a remake of the original movie, which had what's her name? Jessica Lambert, I think her name was, the lady from Murder She Wrote. I don't know if I'm saying her name. The lady from Murder She Wrote. She was an original Manchurian Candidate movie, where it was the same shit, that the government was trying to develop a mind control program that could fucking control somebody to the point that they would kill somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about mind control and the Monarch program, they test this out through all of this. That's where a lot of the things that we developed into what we call like normal television today, that's where all that shit came from, was through the fucking MK Ultra shit. You know what I'm saying? So you see movies like that, like we're talking about the Street Fighter movie with fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme and all that shit, when he was running MK Ultra shit on Blanca. You see MK Ultra being tested out in multiple movies like this all the time. When you watch the movie, believe it or not, it was a movie called The Pussycat Dolls. Was it Pussycat Dolls? Josie and the Pussycats. I'm sorry, Josie and the Pussycats. You would never think to watch that movie. You would never think to watch that movie. So I'm saying, but if you watch that shit, you see, it's fucking real science fiction. Like, everything you're talking about, it's like literally a mind control movie where they show you, like, mind you can just go on YouTube and type, like, you ain't gotta watch it. I mean, you should watch it, but you can just go on YouTube and type in Josie and the Pussycat Dolls Illuminati video. It's like a 14-minute, 15-minute video where, like, the dude break down, you know what I'm saying? Like, Josie and the Pussycats, mind you, it was a mind control, and they use pussycats, like, they say the whole concept of pussy, and, like, the word pussy, and how they associate that with, like, a cat woman. Like, that's where the whole word cat woman come from. So you see, like, women dressed up as cats and shit like this. All this shit come from MK Ultra. You know what I'm saying? And fucking Manchurian Candidate concepts of fucking the government trying to create candidates that they can do mind control to get them to go kill somebody. The movie with fucking Mel Gibson too that came out. It was called Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts and Patrick Stewart. It was called can't even think of the name of it, but just Google it. It was fucking Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, and it had Patrick Stewart in it. And that was one of the first movies where it's about mind control, and he was fucking like bipolar and shit, and like these ain't really traditional science fiction movies, but like if you following my train of thought, you follow why I'm saying that you should watch these, and you see that these are the concepts that influence what we call science fiction through the Orion concept. So like you gotta say, like, the German engineering is what kind of forged our mind around these concepts where you accept them as truth. Like, you ain't never been to space. You ain't never be, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know, like when you watch Star Trek, all that, you see the fucking Enterprise floating out there in space. They really in some fucking basement. And I like they say on fucking the Red Hot Chili Peppers song, fucking Californication. He says fucking space is the final frontier, but it's built in the Hollywood basement. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type shit. It's like they form all this shit in the basement. Like, a lot of people believe when they walked on the moon, people think that shit was bullshit, that they made that shit in the fucking studio. So do we really know? We really never fucking know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like we kind of accept what they tell us is fucking space is the concept, and they say they send cameras out into space and we watch it, but like we really never really fucking know. So like when you know that whole mind frame though was cultivated through Thulean concepts. It goes from like Madame Blavatsky, Thulean, Operation Paperclip, NASA, science fiction. You know what I'm saying? Like in that order, you get Star Trek, Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? That's what all that shit covered. It is Star Trek leads it to, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like John Carter, fucking you know what I'm saying? This shit we seen talking about fucking lost, journey through the center of the earth, lost in space, like the classics. You know what I'm saying? And that led ways to the new classics, which was like Star Wars and all that shit. But like some other shit you might check out is like Illuminati Hollywood. Like check out Illuminati Hollywood Full Disclosure. Illuminati Hollywood Full Disclosure, because they give you a lot of resources that I'm not giving you. Like they got a lot of resources on it. You know what I'm saying? That's some good shit to watch. Yeah, I gave you a lot though. You know what I'm saying? That's a oh yeah, also too like iRobot. Was it iRobot? With like Will Smith. Like I mean he's sitting there talking to a hologram. And the hologram was telling me, like, man, it's only so much I can tell you. You gotta ask the right questions. You know what I'm saying? So like that's some shit to watch. And it was oh yeah, another movie, Doctor Sleep. Man, this is a weird fucking movie, bro. Weird. But like we talking about the Orion concept of like this dude wanted to like literally download his whole consciousness into another human being. And like he had the old technology, like he would take this long ass thing and stick it through your eye. And it's like he learned how to like literally pass on his traits to the next person. Like you know what I'm saying? So it was like it's kind of like a Zazel, but like literally through from human form to human form. Like you know what I'm saying? So like this is a weird, mind you, that's a weird ass movie. Like you know what I'm saying? So like I probably shouldn't even recommend that shit to you because it is fucking weird. But if you get it, you'll get, like I'm saying, like the stuff that influences. Like I said, these are the things that influence science fiction. You see what I'm saying? So, I hope that makes sense. You know, like Looper, to like the movie Looper. That was like they combined a lot of the major science fiction themes of like you talking about James Cameron conspiracy. Like a lot of that shit got put in that movie Looper. What's the other one too with Harrison Ford, Blade Runner, whatever. That was one too. Like there was a scene at the end of Blade Runner where he said something like that. Like he said, I've seen the lights of Orion. Let me look at what he said. Like that's what Blade Runner is one of the main movies that they're going to talk about the James Cameron conspiracy. Let me see. Blade Runner quotes. I forget how he says it. Let me see. Quotes. Orion. What does he say? I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watch sea beams glitter in the dark near Tahuzer Gate. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in the rain. Right, you can Google this. It's called the Tears in the Rain monologue on Wikipedia. This is some very secret shit. I'm telling you, you pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I'm walking you through like the reason why science fiction has the things that it does. So see, I'm reading Tears in the Rain is a monologue delivered by a character, Roy Batty, portrayed by Rudenhager in the 1982 film Blade Runner. Written by David Peoples, altered horror from the scripted lines night before filming. The monologue is frequently quoted, described it as perhaps the most moving death soliloquy in cinematic history. Listen, what the fuck I'm telling you? Perhaps the most moving death soliloquy in cinematic history. The speech appears as the last track on the film's soundtrack album. How the fuck? I'm just sitting there telling you all this shit. I ain't got no script, but I'm just talking to y'all. But I know this shit. You see, the monologue is near the conclusion of the Blade Runner, where the film detective, blah, 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 has been ordered to track down and kill the bro, blah, 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 hold on, blah, 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 whatever. I ain't gonna read all that shit. Let me see. Critical response and analysis. If there's a great speech in science fiction cinema, it's Batty's final words. He says that it underlines the replicant's human-like characteristics mixed with artificial capabilities. Jason Best, writing in Future Imperfect, Dick at the Movies, praised the delivery speech, Howard's death performance, and Heartbreak. Man, you can go read this shit still. I might read all this shit. Go look up Tears in the Rain monologue from Blade Runner, and it'll confirm a lot of things you heard me saying in this video. I hope that makes sense. So, hope you got your money's worth. I think I gave you a lot of clues. If you go follow the clues, you should be able to find, you know what I'm saying? You'll start to see major themes, and hopefully you won't see science fiction the same. You know what I'm saying? It'll give you the ability to start reading movies, from the writer's perspective. Another thing too, like if you ever watch a movie and the main character is a writer, you know what I'm saying? That's like some mind control shit right there alone. And they're basically talking to the writers. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a secret shit. It's like or the main character's name is author. So the main character is a writer, like, you know what I'm saying? That's some secret shit. That's like, it's a form of almost like mind control. They basically telling the writers that they know. So I'm saying, like, you can look up a concept. It's called viewer suspension of disbelief. Viewer suspension of disbelief is like if you watching a movie and you see some stupid shit and you know it's bullshit, but your mind will justify it. Like you watch a special effect and like he do something like in the movie, like he kills this guy with like a laser that shoots out his hand, but you know it's fake. You think, this shit was fake as hell. But your mind will justify. Your mind will say, hey, even though I know it's fake, it still look real according to the movie I'm watching. So it'll justify it and you'll keep watching. You know what I'm saying? So like it's shit like that like, you know what I'm saying, when you watching movies, you don't know that you know what I'm saying, you don't even know that you be going through this shit. So like when you like it says, like, how do your mind know whether it's a good movie or a bad movie? And then, like, it's certain shit that naturally tap into your subconscious. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what, you know, saying James Cameron speech. Like, how the fuck did one dude put out 3 movies that all fucking was the 3 biggest movies of all time? Because he understands the shit that naturally taps into your subconscious. So when you understand these things and you write according to those things instead of writing according to your own understanding of science fiction, you tap already into something that's already in the subconscious mind of people already. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what, like, James Cameron was already, you know what I'm saying, that's what they say he was good at. But you can do more research shit on yourself. They give you a lot more movies, you know what I'm saying, to look up, you know what I'm saying, than the ones that I've given you. But, yeah, it's a lot of movies. Oh, what's that movie? Beautiful Creatures. Mind you, these are not traditional science fiction movies, but, like, these are, like, weird-ass movies, believe it or not. These are very weird movies. You know what I'm saying? But Beautiful Creatures was another one that was based on a true story, actually. But, like, it was the same shit. It was like the shit that taps into the deep subconscious of the mind, that fine line between where you sleep and you awake at the same time, and like the things that make your mind have, the things that dreams are literally made of, like the literally substance and the material that dreams is made of, and like where that line is between where your dreams are and reality. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like. That's what that movie was kind of about. And, like, these 2 girls, like, it had Kate Winslet. So I think it was her first movie. The chick from Titanic. You know what I'm saying? It was, like, literally her first movie. You know what I'm saying? And, like, she was, like the super brilliant girl that had this wild-ass imagination. And she was walking this other girl through these worlds where they could, like, literally bring forth their dreams into this place. It was called the 4th world. Like, you know what I'm saying? The 4th world was, like, at the time, in the 20s, 30s, back then, it's this time where, like, all of these, like, where they were pushing the consciousness forward into film, into movies, into art, and things like this. Like, so I'm saying, the 4th world represented, like, universes. And, like, literally what Star Trek had became, like, Star Trek had, like, they had beam technology. They had these phones you could talk to, and they had badges, and they had fucking starships, and the starships fucking moved through space off these things called dilithium crystals, and they had Klingons, and they had Vulcans, and it was a whole fucking universe of fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? None of this shit's fucking real. You know what I'm saying? It was like, even it's like Disney, like, you look at Disney, like, Disney's this is what we call the 4th world. It was like a universe, like, Disney created this whole universe. It was like Daffy Duck and fucking Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Goofy, and they lived in this cartoon city called Disneyland, and fucking, or like you had the Warner Brothers and like 4th World, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. They lived in a city called Acme, or like, and they had fucking, like, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, like, people started creating whole fucking universe, like, and it's all developed to things you look at now, like Pokemon, has his whole fucking universe, and like Batman has his whole fucking universe, and like all these different characters and their own laws of physics and how these things interact, you know what I'm saying, in real time. Like, you know what I'm saying, in this universe. Like, so I'm saying, all of this stuff came from a concept called the fourth world. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like your own, like you ever seen a picture of Walt Disney, like standing in Disneyland next to all his characters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see Disney, like, standing, or like you'll see George Lucas stand, like, taking a picture in front of all of the Star Wars characters behind him. Or you'll see, like, a picture like that. I even seen pictures of Matt Groening. Like, Matt Groening makes the Simpsons universe. Like, I done seen a picture of Matt Groening, like, standing in front of the whole Simpsons universe. Or you'll see, like, the Warner Brothers standing in front of the whole, like, Warner Brothers characters. You know what I'm saying? That was the fourth world, where it was like you could literally take yourself as the artist and place yourself inside your own mental universe. You know what I'm saying? And the movie Beautiful Creatures kind of expressed in a very weird ass movie. You know what I'm saying? In a very weird ass way. That's basically what they was trying to, show you. And like that was a concept, same thing of like we talking about James Cameron conspiracy, and that like you had these groups of people that had this fourth world mentality. Like, you know what I'm saying? They came back from this era. So they was the people that eventually became to run Hollywood, because they had a certain level of, they understood that it wasn't just imagination, that it was like whole universes. Like, you know what I'm saying? That were like basically in parallel universes from their perspective. That was like you had to tap into the dream world in order to get in there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff developed into movies that influenced, like, you know what I'm saying, like the concept of why the Matrix works the way it works. And that your understanding of the subconscious world, the dream world, and the real world. And like when you tapping into that and being able to, like, or like Freddy Krueger, like why Freddy Krueger worked through, even though it's not a science fiction movie, you know what I'm saying? But like you can see why it works, and then like the exploration between like the effects of the subconscious and the oh, another thing, like, check this out. Shit. Fuck. Back to the Future predicts 9/11. You might want to look at that on YouTube, because that's another where it discusses like what science fiction really is, and like the line between like dreams, reality, and science fiction, and like how there's like how the fuck do we bring all of this wild ass technology into the fact that I'm even sitting here talking in my basement, and you sitting wherever the fuck you sitting, and this shit is literally moving through the fucking sky into your goddamn device. Like, the fact that we even doing that alone, like, comes from science fiction. That's why, like, science fiction ain't science fiction. Like, oh, let me see. Back to the Future predicts 9/11. Let me see. Is it still here? Oh, wow. Oh, man. That sucks. There was a specific video, and I'm not going to be able to find it, and that really sucks. But there was like a 9-minute video, man. It was back in the day. That it was called Back to the Future Predicts 9/11 or some shit like that. And it was discussing the same thing, how like every time, like even in Back to the Future, like whenever he time traveled, it had something to do with oh my god, that sucks. That sucks so bad they took that video down. But it was saying like even if you watch the Back to the Future movie, like the first time every time they time traveled, like the first time they were like he was outside, he went through like a movie box, like, you know what I'm saying, like a movie theater cinema box. You know what I'm saying? And then like even at the end when he set up the light tower, it was like a movie theater. And like even in Back to the Future 3, when they went through the time where it was a movie, like it was a cinema. Like, so I'm saying, so they was showing you how, you know, in order to tap into that subconscious you know what I'm saying, world, like they was using the cinema to translate reality. I'm not explaining this as good as I could, but like they was using cinema to translate, like, you know what I'm saying, a new shift of reality that was been going through prior to 9/11. So because when 9/11 happened, and then like it was captured from so many perspectives all at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying, that's what changed our whole perspective what film and dreams was. Like, you know what I'm saying, and then like once like post 9/11, everybody had the access to go into their phone and record And that's when all that shit happened. And then that's when the whole people started researching Illuminati, and like people would go online and like literally form what they all wanted their whole belief system, what they wanted it to be based on with the media. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like prior to 9/11, people didn't have access to be able to control and mold the media and use media to cross that line between dreams and reality. You know what I'm saying? So like when you watch Back to the Future and when you see him go through, like when he time travels and he's going through, every time he time travels, it's like he's going through either a movie theater or a movie box or like, you know what I'm saying, a movie screen or something. Like he's constantly, and they showing like he's going through the film to transition your, whatever your, you know, your dream is, your whole paradigm, you know, using film and using media to bring it over into this reality. And man, and it really sucks that I can't find that video, man, because it's like a 9-minute video. Hold on, let me see. And you know, there's a lot of articles online that says, you know, how Back to the Future predicted 9/11, but there was one specific video that had brought it to that to what I just told you. Like, and I wish I could have that reference for you, but like, if you go and I don't know, man, I hate to send y'all off like that without having a direct, you know what I'm saying, reference for you, because like you don't even know what the fuck you're looking for. But it was like a 9-minute video. Oh my god, it's let me see. I think this might be it. Let me see if this is it. It's like you can't even find that shit no more. Oh yeah, this is it right here. This is it. Yeah, I found it. So, hold on, maybe I can give you some more insight. Yeah, it's 12 minutes and 42 seconds long. Yeah, so this video is 12 minutes and 42 seconds long. It's called Back to the Future Predicts 9/11. The name of the channel is called Barely Human 11. It's one word, Barely Human 11. It came out July 27, 2015. It's called Back to the Future Predicts 9/11. It's 12 minutes and 42 seconds. Must watch video. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, you know, that you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it really affect your whole way of what you're looking at when you watch you're saying science fiction movies. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. But man, I get the fuck out of here, bro. For real. Like, for real. I've been kicking with y'all. We've been kicking all night. I appreciate the motherfucking donations. You know what I'm saying? It was some real shit. You can shoot me an email at kungblao@hotmail.com. KUNGBLAO@hotmail.com. I fucks with y'all because y'all fucks with me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm good. Yeah, check that out. That's some good shit. I gave you a lot of good movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave this video up probably for like the next 24 hours. So you can go back and watch it again. You know what I'm saying? Take some notes, write down everything you need. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here because I gotta get some fucking sleep. Actually, I ain't got shit to do, really. I don't know why I ain't got shit to do. Fucking lying. Sitting there fucking Pokeball, nigga. I ain't got shit to do. Sitting there playing fucking Pokeballs. Oh, my dog just fucking farted. It shit stink. I told y'all, you see this Rubik's Cube? I told y'all. You see I got all of the sides did, right? You see it, right? If you think I did this shit, you're out your fucking mind. My cousin came over here and did this shit. I told you, I did not do this shit. I don't know what the fuck you was thinking that I did. I did not do this. No, my cousin did this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is a Wii U. Y'all fuck with the Wii U? This is a very slept on fucking device. If you ain't up for this shit, is the shit, nigga. Like, this shit got YouTube on this motherfucker, everything, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is the shit. And then, like, you know what I'm saying, it played to the TV, too. So, like, you know, a lot of times, like, when I want to watch YouTube, you know what I'm saying, like, I got a regular, like, an old school TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got one of them old school analog TVs and you're trying to figure out just how to get the internet into, like, one of my old school, like, you get this shit, you get the fucking Wii. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, you gotta have an analog TV to shoot at the screen. I'm playing video games to shoot at the screen. So, you gotta have an analog TV. So, like, I keep this shit. This shit is fucking great. Fucking use. This shit is the shit. I cannot explain to you, Joe. This shit is this shit motherfucking slapped so hard. Like, I love this shit. This is my shit. Straight up. I don't even know why the fuck I'm telling y'all that. I ain't even getting paid to do that shit. Yeah, I was trying to solve the cube too, but like I was watching. You got Japanese motherfuckers do that shit in like 30 seconds. That shit is shit. Hell yeah. So all right, man. I'm about to go fuck out of here. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna go fucking drop kick my fucking wife and wake her ass up. I'm gonna go run full speed and just jump like 50 feet in the air and land in my fucking bed. Try to talk her into doing some X-rated shit. Probably. I don't know. Then again, I might not even do that shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, man. I got too much shit. I ain't got shit to do. Shit, the quarantine is fucked up, man. I ain't got shit to do. It's like I'm actually telling myself I got shit to do. Like on the Aquarius, I'm Aquarius. Like we be telling ourselves we got shit to do. But then I'm sitting there thinking like I don't have shit to do. Shit is fucked up. It's fucked up, bro. Let me get the fuck out of here. Let me just say bye to my nigga. Oh, nigga. You been sitting watching all night. You know. Fuck about it. Hood X. Stay hooded up. Wait, hold on. Get the other homie. You stay hooded. Around this bitch. Hold on, nigga. Hood X. Make sure you sign up. HoodX.com. Your hood on. With the hood on. Put the hood on. Serious face. Alright. Love y'all. I'm out at 100. You dig.